Everybody se fala, pô, tem lindo, pô. Não quero não, já está. Eu sou contra o brincar, tem bastante. Quase que ele fizeram, pô. Vai lá, pô. Eu sou poderio, pô. I'm telling you, everybody support the league because of me. Eu sou contra o brincar, tem bastante. Quase que ele fizeram, pô. Vai lá, pô.
I'm not doing that for again. Bro, you should have. Bro,
Eu sou poderio, pô. I'm telling you, I was supporting him because of me.
We play against a big team. So normally this team can score for the next world, the next season of the world. So this is a big team, like we said, there is many big players in that team. We are very happy
I was supporting you,
we
bro.
have this chance to play against them. So this is a big game for them
I'm telling you,
and for
I
us.
was supporting him because of
So
me.
my only question is now is to
Everybody se fala, pô, tem lindo, pô. Não quero não, já está. Eu sou contra o brincar, tem bastante. Quase que ele fizeram, pô. Brincar, tem bastante. Vai lá, pô.
I'm not doing
Vai lá, pô.
Bro, you should have. I'm not doing
Eu sou poderio, pô. Eu sou poderio, pô. I'm telling you, I was supporting him because of me. I'm telling you, I was supporting him because of me.
we play against a big team. So normally this team can score for the next world, the next champion of the world. So this is a big team, like
Everybody se
we
fala,
said.
pô, tem lindo, pô. Não quero não, já está. Eu sou contra o brincar,
We
tem
are
bastante.
very
Quase que
happy
ele fizeram, pô.
we have this chance to play against them. So this is a big game for them and for us. So my only question is now is to stay
World
focused
Cup
on
because
the
we
players.
have
We,
good
like we
players,
said,
great players, world class players. But unfortunately, we are not going to the World Cup. But it's football, so it's always nice to come around the team and meet the boys again. And of course, we are ready, prepared, and yeah, we have the quality to play against any team in the world. And then and hopefully we're going to show it and against Portugal. For me, I think we had both me and the team. Compared to the players we had, the our players and our the budget of the players we have, compared to a lot of other teams, I think really put in a good shift in the concluded season. We had an amazing season with our squad. Really worked hard, and we were close to compete with the other top two, but they were much stronger. But winning the cup, winning the cup was a great feeling for the players and especially for the city and the fans. So winning the cup, made it an amazing season. I know what the team wants, what the city wants, and then when you're in a team who plays to your strength, who knows your quality, everything will always work out in one way or the other. So coming there, goes. Even before I made the transfer, I made a video um, for the Premier Sport fans, and I told them I'm coming back stronger and better, and then that we had an unfinished business the last time I was on loan there, that I'm coming to finish it. So, I mean, I think I fulfilled what I said to them before I signed. So, I mean, yeah, it was good.
Everybody speak about unbelievable. I don't understand. You also watch out, bring shot in Australia. What spirit is around you?
I'm not doing Akor again. Bro, you should have, bro.
I was supporting you, bro.
That was pretty. Really, I couldn't speak Norwegian, so
I'm telling you, I was supporting you. It was okay.
Against a big team. So normally this team can supposed to be the next champion of the world. So this is the big team. Like Will said, there is many big players in that team. So we are very happy to have this chance to play against them. So this is a big game for them and for us. So my only question is now is to stay focused about my players and we like he said about the philosophy and the way that we want to play this game. This is not a question about uh, the result. Of course, people, because we played 3 years ago, we lost, so now maybe we scare about something. No, this is not a question about that. The most important thing, the most important goal in objective is to improve at every game. So we have to come in that game with a great state of mind and our philosophy, of course. We took around the field, and now we have the game tomorrow. We want to take some pleasure in the field, but like I said, we are not a little partner. We come to with ambitious, with our strengths, with our weaknesses, and like Will said, it will be a great game for us for sure. But For Portugal, they prepare a great competition, so they need to be focused on that too. This is not a lack of respect. We cannot compare Nigeria and DRC. I don't think about who is the best team. I think about the style of the philosophy. But I think they want to play an African team because maybe because of the intensity of the game. You know, when I speak about that, I speak about physically. So this is a good opportunity for Portugal to play against us because we already played DRC in playoffs for the World Cup and we lost for the penalty session. So maybe they want to see if, the way that they will can play against them. I just do my job, even if tomorrow I'm not the coach. I have to do my job, and my job is to bring the best player in that country, to make a mix between the guy who is a little older and the other who is young, because Nigeria, after Eric, will stay in Nigeria. So, like you said, you have this chance to have many talents in the world. And I spoke 1 year ago the way that I want to do my job, and I just did my job. And this is not a question. I'm not lucky. When I bring a player, he deserves to be here because he shows something every week. So now my job is to put this guy in the best condition and in the best moment. And sometimes the best moment comes, and I don't want this moment, but because he missed one player, he missed two players, or this guy cannot play, or so. The only way for me is to once again to do the best choice.
But Yusuf is there to pounce, and the Super Eagles strike first in the Unity Cup final.
And that is exactly what we were expecting from the defending champions tonight.
Well, a long throws, we saw that earlier against Zimbabwe, where the ball throws in, and then it's just really difficult to deal with. And it's flicked on, and the goalkeeper maybe could have done a bit better, but Clark pulling it away. It was flipped on by a Jamaican player. Beautiful, clinical finish there by Yusuf. Opportunity to goal here.
Come on.
Indeed. Looking towards the far side, head out of goal! And it's Karen Murphy! Karen Murphy doubles the lead! The Super Eagles punish the Reggae boys! A not a little moment to go, and they have now doubled the lead at the Valley. The Unity Cup holders have raced in again. They lead by 2. And it's the captain in Murphy. Well, he was quiet in the first game, quiet in the first half, but the experienced man there smelt the danger. Jamaica just couldn't get the ball away. Aziz, the composure, becoming the provider tonight. In the 6-yard box, there was Murphy to plant it down into the middle, past the goalkeeper. And there's Johnny.
Good run there.
To Youssef! And he gets it!
Cemented it in. Quality.
Gets the match! The 91st minute! A splendid shot into the bottom corner. He gets the second for the Super Eagles. They have 3 here at the Valley, and they will win the Unity Cup again. The Super Eagles. Jamaica 0, Nigeria 3. A fine finish to wrap it up.
I mean, what can you say? They say anything can happen, and anything has happened. Something great. The defending champions have clearly put the trophy firmly in their cabinets. Number 4.
Otella, beautiful first touch. Side put into the bottom corner. And then Yusuf is saying, can you go for the goal? Can you find that quality?
We wait till we friend become and change will come. For now.
Matthias.
Funny thing, maybe you think they will become
Yeah, some of the officials this back say.
Okay, guys. Fight. Okay. Wait, cut, guys. And after here. Okay. Parfait. 1 and 2. Okay, guys. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Okay, let's go. Semi, go over there. Go. Side. Let's go, guys.
Félix, atenção, Portugal vai para 1-0, vai cruzar Dalot, já sentou o guarda-redes, está para trás, gol! É nosso! É de Portugal! Começa tudo num
Nur die Innenverteidiger sind meistens noch auf dem Posten, sonst stünde es hier schon 2-0, 3-0. Und jetzt gibt es den Strafstoß, Handelfmeter. Und es war wohl der Mann. Bruno Fernandes tritt an und er macht das ganz klar. 2-0 Portugal, 35. Minute. Bruno Fernandes schnürt damit seinen Doppelpack. Und es scheint ein sehr gemütlicher Abend zu werden für Portugal in diesem Test. Vielleicht mal Samuel Chukwueze, der setzt sich da wunderbar durch. Und dann ist da Rui Patricio. Wieder João Mario. Kein ordentlicher Pass, aber der Abschluss kommt von João Felix. Gut pariert von Francis Suso. Das ist viel zu lang. Und schaut auf die Tribünen. Da ganz tolle Stimmung. Die Handylichter werden angemacht. Man stimmt sich so langsam ein auf eine hoffentlich große Weltmeisterschaft aus Sicht der portugiesischen Fans. Jetzt gibt es hier noch mal ein bisschen Aufregung, Konto. Und jetzt im Duell Dennis gegen Rui Patricio. Patricio ist da dran. Ja, mit etwas Glück kommt der Ball da durch. Guerrero rüber. Und da ist es. Das 3. Der Debütant hat's gemacht. Gonzalo Ramos von Benfica Lissabon. Netzt ja ein zum 3-0 und das im Stadion des großen Feindes. Und gibt's noch eins, das 4. João Mario. Jetzt geht's aber noch mal rund hier in diesem Spiel. 84. Minute. Drittes Länderspieltor für João Mario. Er ebenfalls unter Vertrag.
Everybody speak about unbelievable. Bernado na cidade de Deus, o Portugal, brincar, mas que ele fizeram.
I'm not doing Akor again. Bro, you should have. Bro,
I was supporting you, bro.
that was brilliant. I couldn't speak Norwegian, so
I'm telling you, I was supporting him because of me.
We play against a big team. So normally this team can supposed to be the next champion of the world. So this is the big team. Like Will said, there is many big players in that team. So we are very happy to have this chance to play against them. So this is a big game for them and for us. So my only question is now is to stay focused about my players and will, like he said, about the philosophy and the way that we want to play this game. This is not a question about the result. Of course, people, because we played 3 years ago, we lost, so now maybe we scare about something. No, this is not a question about that. The most important thing, the most important goal and objective is to improve at every game. So we have to come in that game with a great state of mind and our philosophy, of course. We took around the field, and now we have the game tomorrow. We want to take some pleasure in the field, but like I said, we are not a little partner. We come with ambitious, with our strengths, with our weaknesses, and like Will said, it will be a great game for us, for sure. But for Portugal, they prepare a great competition, so they need to be focused on that too. This is not a lack of respect. We cannot compare Nigeria and DRC. I don't think about who is the best team. I think about the style of the philosophy. But I think they want to play an African team because maybe because of the intensity of the game. You know, when I speak about that, I speak about physically. So this is a good opportunity for Portugal to play against us, because we already played DRC in playoffs for the World Cup and we lost for the penalty session. So maybe they want to see if, the way that they will can play against them. I just do my job, even if tomorrow I'm not the coach. I have to do my job, and my job is to bring the best player in that country, to make a mix between the guy who's a little older and the other who is young, because Nigeria, after Eric, will stay in Nigeria. So, like you said, you have this chance to have many talents in the world. And I spoke 1 year ago the way that I want to do my job, and I just did my job. And this is not a question. I'm not lucky. When I bring a player, he deserves to be here because he shows something every week. So now my job is to put this guy in the best condition and in the best moment. And sometimes the best moment comes, and I don't want this moment, but because he missed one player, he missed two players, or this guy cannot play, or so. The only way for me is to once again to do the best choice.
Passa de Félix, atenção, Portugal vai para 1-0, vai cruzar Dalo, já sentou o guarda-redes, dá para trás, gol! É nosso! É de Portugal! Começa tudo num
Nur die Innenverteidiger sind meistens noch auf dem Posten, sonst stünde es hier schon 2-0, 3-0. Und jetzt gibt es den Strafstoß, Handelfmeter. Und es war wohl der Mann. Bruno Fernandes tritt an und er macht das ganz klar. 2-0 Portugal, 35. Minute. Bruno Fernandes schnürt damit seinen Doppelpack. Und es scheint ein sehr gemütlicher Abend zu werden für Portugal in diesem Test. Vielleicht mal Samuel Chukwueze, der setzt sich da wunderbar durch. Und dann ist da Rui Patricio. Wieder João Mario. Kein ordentlicher Pass, aber der Abschluss kommt von João Felix. Gut pariert von Francis Suso. Das ist viel zu lang und schaut auf die Tribünen. Da ganz tolle Stimmung. Die Handylichter werden angemacht. Man stimmt sich so langsam ein auf eine hoffentlich große Weltmeisterschaft aus Sicht der portugiesischen Fans. Jetzt gibt es hier noch mal ein bisschen Aufregung, Konto. Und jetzt im Duell Dennis gegen Rui Patricio. Rui Patricio, Patricio ist da dran. Ja, mit etwas Glück kommt der Ball da durch. Guerrero rüber. Und da ist es, das 3-0. Und der Debütant hat's gemacht. Gonzalo Ramos von Benfica Lissabon. Netzt ja ein zum 3-0 und das im Stadion des großen Feindes. Und gibt's noch eins, das vierte, João Mario. Jetzt geht's aber noch mal rund hier in diesem Spiel. 84. Minute. Drittes Länderspieltor für João Mario. Er ebenfalls unter Vertrag.
Acum șansă de gol pentru Nigeria. Este însă offside. Nici n-a apucat să se bucure Mofi, fotbalistul lui Porto. Multe evenimente. Sesizat ceea ce s-a întâmplat. Noi revedem faza de mai devreme. E penalti din punctul meu de vedere. E călcat, sigur, poate că nu e intenționat, dar e călcat jucătorul Poloniei. mișcare, poziție neregulamentară. VAR-ul din nou este solicitat. Are un meci destul de complicat Barbu, care nici nu pare într-o formă grozavă. De mai devreme, da, e gol.
Nadi pro gol! Defendeu Grabara! Que lance agora em Varsóvia! Olha o Nadi, olha a curva que essa bola faz. E o Grabara foi nela. A resposta da Polônia vem também com um chute forte agora do Zalewski. De novo, ó, ele domina, a gente tem visto ele durante o jogo. Que trocaram de posições ali o Zalewski e o Kaminski. Lewandowski tem falta em cima dele. Derrubaram o craque polonês, está no chão, Lewandowski, opção dentro da área. Zalewski, cruzamento na área na direção do Leva. Bola tá viva, o Okoye deixou passar. Escanteio. Autorizado Zimanski. Joga essa bola lá dentro, fechada. Tentativa do desvio. Sobrou lá do outro lado no meio. Gol! Da Polônia! Potulski! Brilha a estrela do zagueiro. Estava bem posicionado dentro da área, só teve o trabalho de desviar na direção do gol. Belíssimas imagens de Varsóvia. Agora sim o replay. Zalewski jogou essa bola lá dentro e o Potulski colocou o pé para desviar. Gol de zagueiro em Varsóvia. Faz a pressão, Kaminski, bola recuada, leva! O goleiro saiu e pegou! Como é que a Nigéria faz isso? Entrega um presente para Robert Lewandowski e ele não aproveitou. O passe não foi legal, foi muito ruim do Sanu.
Oportunidades de chegar ao ataque e agora o Lewandowski desperdiçou.
BN no cruzamento, joga essa bola lá dentro, passe para trás, o chute pro gol! Para defesa do Grabara! Sanusi agora, do outro lado, com um balaço. Ele acabou de recuar uma bola muito ruim na direção do seu goleiro e foi lá se redimir, ó, com atacantes altos também. Dele Bashiro, joga lá dentro, tentativa do toque de cabeça. Ndidi insiste, ainda o capitão nigeriano acabou furando. A Polônia tenta ligar um contra-ataque rápido. Os jogadores da Nigéria estavam bem posicionados, sai jogando o BN. Dele Bashiro, pelo meio com Onyedika, passa pelo Sanusi, Bassei, mais um lançamento de primeiro Hotel, foi bem, acho autorizado, partiu, bateu, gol da Nigéria, Onuachu, brilhando em Varsóvia. Mais uma vez o lance do pênalti, o Ndidi tentou o domínio, a bola bateu no braço do Kozlowski, Onuachu foi lá. Vamos chegando aos 50. Zwiniewski de longe, que golaço! Gol! Da Polônia! No improvável! Quem esperava? Um gol do Leva! Tá aplaudindo o gol de zagueiro, um golaço! Wisniewski, o que você fez? Do meio da rua, confiança, categoria!
We dey wait till we friend become and change go come. For now.
Matias.
Funny thing is, we think they go become
Yeah, some of the officials from the squad will say.
Okay, guys. Fight. Okay. Red cup, guys. And after here. Okay. Perfect. 1 and 2. Okay, guys. One, okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Okay, let's go. Semi, you over there. Side. Let's go.
Sad we're not going to the World Cup because we have good players, great players, world-class players. But unfortunately, we are not going to the World Cup. But it's football, so it's always nice to come around the team and meet the boys again. And of course, we are ready, prepared, and we have the quality to play against any team in the world. And then and hopefully we're going to show it against Portugal. For me, I think we had an amazing season, both me and the team. Compared to the players we had, our players and our the budget of the players we have, compared to a lot of other teams, I think really put in a good shift in the concluded season. We had an amazing season with our squad. Really worked hard, and we were close to compete with the other top two, but they are much stronger. But winning the cup, was a great feeling for the players and especially for the city and the fans. So winning the cup, made it an amazing season. I know what the team wants, what the city wants, and then when you're in a team who plays to your strength, who knows your quality, everything will always work out in one way or the other. So coming there, I know I was going to score some goals. Even before I made the transfer, I made a video for the Premier Sport fans, and I told them I'm coming back stronger and better, and then that we had an unfinished business the last time I was on loan there, that I'm coming to finish it. So I think I fulfilled what I said to them before I signed. So it was good.
It will be a very good test. It will be a very good test for us. We made the first test against Poland, and Portugal is a great team, a massive team with big players as well. So it will also be a very massive test for us as a group, to our vision, to our aim as a team, to our growth. So it will be a very good test for us, and I think Eric is a very, very, very great manager. He's an amazing guy. The way he brings the team together is really, really, really good, because everyone is so happy having him around, which is the most important thing, is to have a group who is ready to fight, work for you as a team, work for the nation, you know. Missing out at the World Cup is really, really sad, you know. Everyone can say that. But as I said earlier, the aim is not just to beat ourselves on what we've missed, is to actually look forward to the bright future and what we can actually achieve together as a team. He has brought in a great philosophy, and you see the way we performed at the AFCON. Yes, we couldn't, but it was exciting, you know. So, and this is a positive thing, and the mindset also is very positive going forward. And we will look forward to everything, every training, every game, like game by game, you know, try to improve, you know. So we're not perfect, but I know we're getting there. We're getting to improve every day. This is football. We learn both when we win, when we draw, when we lose. We keep learning. There's so much confidence in the team with our philosophy. We believe in ourselves. We don't care who we're playing, even if we're playing the likes of the biggest countries in the world. But the most important thing is we as a player, we as team, which is very important. And we look forward to taking our philosophy and our strategy, everything to the game. If it comes out well, very brilliant. We keep learning. If it doesn't come out well, it's still brilliant. Yes, we didn't qualify for this World Cup, which was very, very, very painful. But what we are planning now is just for the future. The philosophy, as I said earlier, the targets, the aim is to keep improving, and we try to make sure it doesn't happen again. We try to qualify for every tournament, try to win games, which is very important. And also the group is very, very focused, you know, so it is very, very good. As we as a nation, missing out on the World Cup is very, very sad, as massive as we are. But we just want to look forward. This is past. Good luck to the guys at the World Cup. But this, for us as a team, is looking forward to the next competition that we can actually go. Yeah.
Unity Cup is right before us, the fourth. So this one,
it's a privilege to do this with you. Draws. I mean,
absolutely. The Warriors of Zimbabwe arrive here without fear. You've got a very interesting figure leading them from up higher, Kaitana Tembo, and we're hoping that he can restore some sort of winning streak to the Zimbabwean side. They've had their fair share of struggles as the Super Eagles started really brightly here in their white top. This time, goal! A new boy with a new club. From Millwall, he's pulling trees for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. That's the name. It's only taken 5 minutes to get the Eagles soaring in South London. 5 minutes into his debut, Nigeria might have just discovered a new sensation. And the Warriors are being stoned here by the Eagles. Nigeria wants Zimbabwe nil.
What a strike that was from the edge of the box. That was a fierce finish, and you don't get too many opportunities to score for the national team in your debut. on your debut, and that's what Femi Aziz, who plays.
Can I tell you what I said to my player in the team talk before the game? I give them 3 objectives. I cannot say because you will say, Eric, he believe that he's the best coach in the world. So you can ask them what were the 3 goals that I asked to them. I want to say once again sorry because we didn't go to the World Cup. Now actually this is my feeling. Sorry because we didn't win the AFCON. I tried to do my job. I want to say thank you for all the support that they put in that team. And once again, if I have some time, I will give everything for this national team, but the football is the football. And every day I try to improve, like a man and like a coach. So I would like to say thank you to this country. What can I say?
Unity Cup is right before us. The 4th. So this one.
It's a privilege to do this with you. Draws.
Absolutely. The Warriors of Zimbabwe arrive here without fear. You've got a very interesting figure leading them from up high, Kaitana Tambo. And we're hoping that he can restore some sort of winning streak to the Zimbabwean side. They've had their first year of struggles as the Super Eagles started really brightly here in their white top. This time they go! A new boy with a new club. From Millwall, he's pulling trees for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. 30 years is, that's the name. It's only taken 5 minutes to get the Eagles to his debut. Nigeria might have just discovered a new sensation. And the Warriors are being stoned here by the Eagles. Nigeria wants Zimbabwe nil.
What a strike that was from the edge of the box. That was a fierce finish, and you don't get too many opportunities to score for the national team in your debut, on your debut, and that's what Femi Aziz, who plays.
Tried to deny it, but Yusuf was there to pounce, and the Super Eagles strike first in the Unity Cup final.
And that is exactly what we were expecting from the defending champions tonight.
Well, the long throws, we saw that earlier against Zimbabwe, where the ball throws in, and then it's just really difficult to deal with. And it's flicked on, and the goalkeeper maybe could have done a bit better, but Clark pulling it away. It was flipped on by a Jamaican player. Beautiful, clinical finish there by Yusuf. Opportunity to goal here.
Come on.
Indeed. Looking towards the far side. Head out of goal! And it's Karen Murphy. Karen Murphy doubles the lead. The Super Eagles punish the Reggae boys. A knock to the door moment to go. And they have now doubled the lead at the Valley. The Unity Cup holders have raced in again. They lead by 2. Mr. Captain in Murphy. Well, he was quiet in the first game, quiet in the first half, but the experienced man there smelt the danger. Jamaica just couldn't get the ball away. Aziz, the composure, becoming the provider tonight. In the 6-yard box, there was Moffy to plant it down into the middle, past the goalkeeper. And there's Johnny.
Good run there.
To Yusuf! And he gets
cemented it in. Quality.
Game, 7 match. Along the first minute. A splendid shot into the bottom corner. He gets the second for the Super Eagles. They have 3 here at the Valley, and they will win the Unity Cup again. The Super Eagles. Jamaica 0, Nigeria 3. A fine finish to wrap it up.
I mean, what can you say? They say anything can happen, and anything has happened. Something great. The defending champions have clearly put the trophy firmly in their cabinets. Number 4.
Otella, beautiful first touch. Side put it into the bottom corner. And then Yusuf is saying, can you go for the goal? Can you find that quality?
1, 2. Okay, go inside, outside. Perfect. Use your arms. Use your arms. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Perfect. Okay, now inside, outside. Inside, outside. Perfect. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Okay, after you change away. Okay, inside, outside. Perfect. Well done.
Everybody's equal. Unbelievable. Never go next time. You're supposed to bring chat in Australia. What's spirits around you?
I'm not doing Akor again. Bro, you should have. Bro,
I was supporting you, bro.
that was good. And I couldn't speak Norwegian, so
I'm telling you, I was supporting him because you're okay.
We play against a big team. So normally this team can supposed to be the next champion of the world. So this is the big team. Like Will said, there is many big players in that team. So we are very happy to have this chance to play against them. So this is a big game for them and for us. So my only question is now is to stay focused about my players and we, like he said, about the philosophy and the way that we want to play this game. This is not a question about the result. Of course, people, because we played 3 years ago, we lost, so now maybe we scare about something. No, this is not a question about that. The most important thing, the most important goal in objective is to improve at every game. So we have to come in that game with a great state of mind and our philosophy, of course. We took around the field, and now we have the game tomorrow. We want to take some pleasure in the field, but like I said, we are not a little partner. We come with ambitious, with our strengths, with our weaknesses, and like Will said, it will be a great game for us, for sure. But for Portugal, they prepare a great competition, so they need to be focused on that too. This is not a lack of respect. We cannot compare Nigeria and DRC. I don't think about who is the best team. I think about the style of the philosophy. But I think they want to play an African team because maybe because of the intensity of the game. You know, when I speak about that, I speak about physically. So this is a good opportunity for Portugal to play against us because we already played DRC in playoffs for the World Cup and we lost for the penalty session. So maybe they want to see if, the way that they will can play against them. I just do my job, even if tomorrow I'm not the coach. I have to do my job, and my job is to bring the best player in that country, to make a mix between the guy who is a little older and the other who is young, because Nigeria, after Eric, will stay in Nigeria. So, like you said, you have this chance to have many talents in the world. And I spoke 1 year ago the way that I want to do my job, and I just did my job. And this is not a question. I'm not lucky. When I bring a player, he deserves to be here because he shows something every week. So now my job is to put this guy in the best condition and in the best moment. And sometimes the best moment come, and I don't want this moment, but because he missed one player, he missed two players, or this guy cannot play, or so the only way for me is to once again to do the best choice.
Passa de Félix, atenção, Portugal vai para 1-0, vai cruzar Dalot, já sentou o guarda-redes, dá para trás, gol! É nosso! É de Portugal! Começa tudo num passo.
Nur die Innenverteidiger sind meistens noch auf dem Posten, sonst stünde es hier schon 2-0, 3-0. Und jetzt gibt es den Strafstoß, Handelfmeter. Und es war wohl der Mann. Bruno Fernandes tritt an und er macht das ganz klar. 2-0 Portugal, 35. Minute. Bruno Fernandes schnürt damit seinen Doppelpack. Und es scheint ein sehr gemütlicher Abend zu werden für Portugal in diesem Test. Vielleicht mal Samuel Chukwueze, der setzt sich da wunderbar durch. Und dann ist da Rui Patricio. Wieder João Mario. Kein ordentlicher Pass, aber der Abschluss kommt von João Felix. Gut pariert von Francis Suso. Das ist viel zu lang. Und schaut auf die Tribünen. Da ganz tolle Stimmung. Die Handylichter werden angemacht. Man stimmt sich so langsam ein auf eine hoffentlich große Weltmeisterschaft aus Sicht der portugiesischen Fans. Jetzt gibt es hier nochmal ein bisschen Aufregung. Konto. Und jetzt im Duell. Dennis gegen Rui Patricio. Rui Patricio. Patricio ist da dran. Ja, mit etwas Glück kommt der Ball da durch. Guerrero rüber. Und da ist es. Das 3-0. Und der Debütant hat's gemacht. Gonzalo Ramos von Benfica Lissabon. Netzt ja 1 zum 3-0 und das im Stadion des großen Feindes. Und gibt's noch eins, das vierte, João Mario. Jetzt geht's aber nochmal rund hier in diesem Spiel. 84. Minute. Drittes Länderspieltor für João Mario. Er ebenfalls unter Vertrag.
Șansă de gol pentru Nigeria. Este însă offside. Nici n-a apucat să se bucure Mofi, fotbalistul lui Porto. Multe evenimente. Sesizat ceea ce s-a întâmplat. Noi revedem faza de mai devreme. E penalti din punctul meu de vedere. E călcat, sigur, poate că nu e intenționat, dar e călcat jucătorul Poloniei. Nu mai pare poziție neregulamentară. VAR-ul din nou este solicitat. Are un meci destul de complicat Barbu, care nici nu pare într-o formă grozavă. De mai devreme, da, e gol.
Nadi pro gol! Defendeu Grabara! Que lance agora em Varsóvia! Olha o Nadi, olha a curva que essa bola faz. E o Grabara foi nela. A resposta da Polônia vem também com um chute forte agora do Zalewski. De novo, ó, ele domina, a gente tem visto ele durante o jogo, que trocaram de posições ali o Zalewski e o Kaminski. Lewandowski tem falta em cima dele. Derrubaram o craque polonês, está no chão, Leva. Lewandowski, opção dentro da área. Zalewski, cruzamento na área na direção do Leva. Bola tá viva, o Coelho deixou passar. Escanteio. Autorizado Zimanski. Joga essa bola lá dentro, fechada. Tentativa do desvio. Sobrou lá do outro lado no meio. Gol! Da Polônia! Potuski! Brilha a estrela do zagueiro. Estava bem posicionado dentro da área, só teve o trabalho de desviar na direção do gol. Com belíssimas imagens de Varsóvia. Agora sim o replay. Zalewski jogou essa bola lá dentro e o Potuski colocou o pé para desviar. Gol de zagueiro em Varsóvia. E faz a pressão, Kaminski, bola recuada, leva! O goleiro saiu e pegou! Como é que a Nigéria faz isso? Entrega um presente para Robert Lewandowski e ele não aproveitou. O passe não foi legal, foi muito ruim do Sanu.
Oportunidades de chegar ao ataque e agora Lewandowski desperdiçou.
BN no cruzamento, joga essa bola lá dentro, passe para trás, o chute pro gol, para defesa do Grabara. Sanusi agora, do outro lado, com um balaço. Ele acabou de recuar uma bola muito ruim na direção do seu goleiro e foi lá se redimir, ó, com atacantes altos também. Dele Bashiro, joga lá dentro, tentativa do toque de cabeça. Ndidi insiste, ainda o capitão nigeriano acabou furando. A Polônia tenta ligar um contra-ataque rápido. Os jogadores da Nigéria estavam bem posicionados, sai jogando o BN. Dele Bashiro, pelo meio com Onyedika. Passa pelo Sanusi. Bassei. Mais um lançamento de primeiro hotel. Foi bem. Acho autorizado. Partiu. Bateu. Gol! Da Nigéria! Onuachu. Brilhando em Varsóvia. Mais uma vez o lance do pênalti, o Ndidi tentou o domínio, a bola bateu no braço do Kozlowski, ou não acho foi lá. Vamos chegando aos 50. Zwiniewski de longe, que golaço! Gol! improvável! Quem esperava? Um gol do Leva! Tá aplaudindo o gol de zagueiro, um golaço! Wisniewski, o que você fez? Do meio da rua! Confiança! Categoria!
We dey wait till we friend become one change go come. For now.
Matias.
Funny thing is, the way you think they go become
yeah, some of the officials from the back will say.
Okay, guys. Fight. Fight green card. Fight green card. Fight green card. Fight green card. Okay. Okay. Red card. Red card, guys. And after here. Okay. Perfect. 1 and 2. Okay, guys. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Okay. 1, 2. Okay, let's go. Semi, go over there. Let's go. Inside. Let's go, let's go.
Sad we're not going to the World Cup because we have good players, great players, world-class players. But unfortunately, we are not going to the World Cup. But it's football, so it's always nice to come around the team and meet the boys again. And of course, we are ready, prepared, and we have the quality to play against any team in the world. And then and hopefully we're going to show it against Portugal. For me, I think we had an amazing season, both me and the team. Compared to the players we had, our players and our the budget of the players we have, compared to a lot of other teams, I think we really put in a good shift in the concluded season. We had an amazing season with our squad. Really worked hard, and we were close to compete with the other top two, but they are much stronger. But winning the cup, was a great feeling for the players and especially for the city and the fans. So winning the cup, made it an amazing season. I know what the team wants, what the city wants, and then when you're in a team who plays to your strength, who knows your quality, everything will always work out in one way or the other. So coming there, I know I was going to score some goals. Even before I made the transfer, I made a video for the Premier Sport fans, and I told them I'm coming back stronger and better, and then that we had an unfinished business the last time I was on loan there, that I'm coming to finish it. So I think I fulfilled what I said to them before I signed. So, I mean, yeah, it was good.
It will be a very good test. It will be a very good test for us. We made the first test against Poland, and Portugal is a great team, a massive team with big players as well. So it will also be a very massive test for us as a group, to our vision, to our aim as a team, to our growth. So it will be a very good test for us, and I think it's Eric is a very, very, very great manager. He's an amazing guy. The way he brings the team together is really, really, really good, because everyone is so happy having him around, which is the most important thing, is to have a group who is ready to fight, work for you as a team, work for the nation, you know. Missing out at the World Cup is really, really sad, you know. Everyone can say that. But as I said earlier, the aim is not just to beat ourselves on what we've missed, is to actually look forward to the bright future and what we can actually achieve together as a team. He has brought in a great philosophy, and you see the way we performed at the AFCON. Yes, we couldn't, but it was exciting, you know. So, and this is a positive thing, and the mindset also is very positive going forward. And we will look forward to everything, every training, every game, like game by game, you know, try to improve, you know. So we're not perfect, but I know we're getting there. We're getting to improve every day. This is football. We learn both when we win, when we draw, when we lose. We keep learning. There's so much confidence in the team. With our philosophy, we believe in ourselves. We don't care who we're playing, even if we're playing the likes of the biggest countries in the world. But the most important thing is we as a player, we as team, which is very important. And we look forward to taking our philosophy and our strategy, everything to the game. If it comes out well, very brilliant. We keep learning. If it doesn't come out well, it's still brilliant. Yes, we didn't qualify for this World Cup, which was very, very, very painful. But what we are planning now is just for the future. The philosophy, as I said earlier, the targets, the aim is to keep improving, and we try to make sure it doesn't happen again. We try to qualify for every tournament, try to win games, which is very important. And also the group is very, very focused, you know, so it is very, very good. As we as a nation, missing out on the World Cup is very, very sad, as massive as we are. But we just want to look forward. This is past. Good luck to the guys at the World Cup. But this, for us as a team, is looking forward to the next competition that we can actually go. Yeah.
Unity Cup is right before us, the fourth edition. So this one,
it's a privilege to do this with you. Draws, I mean,
absolutely. The Warriors of Zimbabwe arrive here without fear. We've got a very interesting figure leading them from a player, Kaitana Tambo. And we'll be hoping that he can restore some sort of winning streak to the Zimbabwean side. They've had their fair share of struggles as the Super Eagles starting really brightly here in their white top.
This shot the goal!
A new boy with a new claw. From Millwall, he's pulling trees. debut, Nigeria might have just discovered a new sensation. And the Warriors are being stoned here by the Eagles. Nigeria wants Zimbabwe nil.
What a strike that was from the edge of the box. That was a fierce finish, and you don't get too many opportunities to score for the national team in your debut, on your debut, and that's what Femi Aziz, who plays.
Can I tell you what I said to my player in the team talk before the game? I give them 3 objectives. I cannot say because you will say, Eric, he believe that he's the best coach in the world. So you can ask them what were the 3 goals that I asked to them. I want to say once again sorry because we didn't go to the World Cup. Now actually this is my feeling. Sorry because we didn't win the AFCON. I try to do my job. I want to say thank you for all the support that they put in that team. And once again, if I have some time, I will give everything for this national team. But the football is the football, and every day I try to improve, like a man and like a coach. So I would like to say thank you to this country. What can I say?
Unity Cup is right before us. The 4th. So this one.
It's a privilege to do this with you. Draws.
Absolutely. The Warriors of Zimbabwe arrive here with that fear. You've got a very interesting figure leading them from a player, Kaitana Tembo. And we'll be hoping that
And we're live 100%, getting ready for all the action around the FIFA World Cup that's just about 24 hours away. But before that, how about speaking about a team that have won the Africa Cup of Nations 3 times in the past, but sadly will not be in this World Cup. Nigeria Super Eagles have a chance to show the quality they have against one of the favorites for the Mondial as they take on the Seleção of Portugal tonight. And we're right here on vivxsports, ready for the tantalizing action as it unfolds. My name is Chuma Noli, excited to be in the company of my guy, as always, on a very wet day in Lagos, Nigeria. Yeah. Alex Sagbasiere. What's up, bro? Good to see you, man.
I'm excited for this one because this is a big game. It's a grade A friendly. Yeah. And I don't think it's been a while we've seen Nigeria play a game as big as, Portugal. I mean, the last time we faced them, they beat us 4-0 anyways. But then again, this is a different Super Eagles team with a different manager who has done so well in the past 1 year, bringing in good results and also not yet to lose a competitive game. Many have said that this could be the first competitive game where he, who lose a game, even though this is a friendly match. But it's a competitive. It has a competitive nature to it, having Ronaldo on one side and Alex will be on the other side for Nigeria. But I'm excited to be here. It's a big game, and I want to see what the Nigerian team can do in a game like this. I mean, we saw them against Poland. They were close to winning that game before they conceded just seconds before the end of the game. But hopefully we get to see a different showing from the Super Eagles side. I'm excited, Chuma. You don't want to know, like you also said, disappointment for us. We're not at the World Cup. But games like this would be, games that we can look at and say, okay, even if we're not at the World Cup, we know that we have enough quality to challenge some of these teams playing at the World Cup.
Very important. You want to look at the list of high-profile friendly matches Nigeria Super Eagles have played in the last 8 years. So you call countries like Argentina and Portugal and put them on that list. And this one is high up there too, because Portugal more than ever before going to this World Cup as one of the top 5 favorites on paper to win the title. So thanks for joining us. It's very interactive what we do here as we get ready for the action itself. That'll kick off by 8:45 p.m. our time. You can see the number on your screen. You can call in and share your expectations and predictions with us. We'll love you to have your say. We know there are people connected to the broadcast from different parts of the world. By the way, we're vivxsports. If you're watching us for the very first time, everything around the excitement around sports, we're here as far as it's connected to the African continent. We prioritize that. So please click on that subscribe button. Yeah, please just click on that and support what we're doing right here. We're here just, over 24 hours ago to bring to you the excitement around Nigeria's Super Falcons in the friendly fixture that they won against Senegal. We're also here last Friday for the Super Falcons. We're here last Wednesday for the Super Eagles. And we'll be here throughout the World Cup. So you have more reasons why you want to be part of the party right here. Bro, the game is just minutes away, man. Let's look at what the two teams have to offer. I was speaking to a female friend of mine this evening, and then she asked me the question, is Osimhen playing? And I say, sadly, there's no Victor Osimhen.
No Victor.
I know Ademola Lookman. How much of a big miss will the absence be for Nigeria in a game as big as this, that on a good day should have our biggest names?
Yes, I think this game should have our biggest names, like you rightly stated. And a game like this could also, I mean, if you see the Portuguese team, they have everybody in there, Ignacio, Ruben Diaz, Bernado, Silva, Cristiano Ronaldo, Juan Cancelo. These are like the regular guys that will play in the World Cup for Portugal when the tournament starts tomorrow. We're missing key players, especially those two. We saw pictures of Ademola Lookman and chilling with Wizkid last night, Nigerian royalty, but it would have been nice or better if we'd seen them in the game like this alongside Victor Osimhen for their attacking prowess and what they've done so far in the world of football. I think that even without these players, yes, it's a huge miss. Osimhen's quality up front, Ademola Lookman's blistering space on the left-hand side, what he did for Atletico Madrid and what Osimhen did for Galatasaray last season in European football, it would be missing a game like this. But again, I still think that with Akor Adams and the likes, Alex Iwobi and Wilfred Ndidi in the starting lineup for the Nigerian side, there's still enough quality for Nigeria to maintain some level of high tempo and give the Portuguese side some worry going forward. But again, like you said and like you stated, and I know for a fact, if we had Osimhen and Ademola Lookman in this game, it would have been better for Nigeria going forward, because these guys are the best legs when it comes to attacking contribution to the national team. But I feel sad that they're not going to play this game. But again, we'll have to make do with what we have.
We have to prove ourselves even without these superstars. And we have you on the phone line, Stu. How are you doing? Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
Jesse.
Okay.
From from Port Harcourt.
Port Harcourt.
Oh, okay.
Nice to have you join us from Port Harcourt. How are you doing, man? Talk to us. How excited are you for this friendly fixture?
I'm so happy. So, my prediction for Nigeria, Portugal.
Yeah.
I think, no respect to Portugal, but I think Nigeria can score by win by a 9 minutes goal.
Oh, so 1-0 kind of match, or maybe 2-1 or something.
2-1.
Oh, 2-1. Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. By the way, did you rain in Port Harcourt today?
Yes,
a
lot.
Okay, just like Lagos too. Nice. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
Yeah, Port Harcourt weather is like that too. In fact, sometimes they have more of the rain than we.
Yeah, they normally do over there, and it's surprising to me when you look at the poll that we set up on our YouTube live stream. We had a lot of Nigerian fans saying that Nigeria are going to get a victory today. Over 70-something% of that number.
Are we saying that because we're Nigerian? So
I think we're saying that because we're
honest with ourselves, bro. Because I know it's a friendly match, and you don't want to read too much meaning into these friendly matches, as we see Cristiano Ronaldo.
I'll read meaning into this one.
Yeah,
this is a team.
FIFA rankings for Nigeria.
FIFA rankings, and this is a team that would play in the next few days on the 13th against DR Congo. So it's a World Cup team, and they've started with their best legs. I think that this same team they started today would be the same team they start against DR Congo. So we have to take it seriously.
No doubt about
Sorry
it.
for calling again.
Yeah, very quickly.
Sorry for calling again. Are you guys going to show the match live, or is it watch along?
It's a watch along. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, great to hear from you. All right, so let's keep it going as we count down to kickoff by 8:45 p.m. And it was a great season at club level for Cristiano Ronaldo, who finally won a trophy with his team Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. Now he wants to win the biggest trophy of his career if he wins this World Cup with Portugal. Things are hanging like a hanging garden. Is that my hands or something? All right, we're going to pick even more of your calls and feel your polls shortly as far as this is concerned. And also shortly, too. Alex, you have the magic fingers, man. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome.
Hello?
Yes, you're live with vivxsports. Please, what's your name and where are you calling us from?
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, loud
and clear. Yes, we can hear you. What are your expectations for the game tonight?
Yeah, I'm calling from Indianapolis in US.
Fantastic. What's the feeling like in the US now with just about 24 hours away from the World Cup?
I'm so sad that Nigeria is not going to World Cup.
I know.
And what is I want to know what is happening with the Lookman and Osimhen. Why did they not included in this game?
These players have had a very long season, and for them, an opportunity to also rest at a time like this. There's no World Cup, so why stress myself? I'm just saying, if I were to be there too.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. My prediction is 1-1.
Oh, 1-1. Okay. All right.
Yeah, that is my prediction today.
Thank you for calling in, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, so he's in Indianapolis in the USA. They are the ones who are getting ready for the magic around the World Cup, and that competition will be hosted by USA, Mexico, and Canada. Cristiano Ronaldo, we're seeing, bro. He's pumped up for this game. We saw him play in the first half in the fixture just a few days back that they won by 2 goals
against
to 1.
Chile, which was a good game for them. Just to test again their readiness for the FIFA World Cup. He gets to start today. Roberto Martinez has said that the Super Eagles of Nigeria is a strong side, and they're not going to take the friendly game lightly. And I think that's a smart manager right there, because you can see Nelson Semedo, Joao Neves. You can also see what's his name now, Diogo Dalot. Ruben Diaz, Ignacio, Bruno Fernandes, Trincao. These are players who would normally start games for the Portuguese national team. So it's a wonderful one to know that they're not taking Nigeria lightly, and they're looking to get a victory here in front of their home fans. You'll see thousands of of Portuguese fans supporting their team out there in La Ria. So fantastic one that they're not taking it lightly, and I like the atmosphere already built up for the game like this.
All right, let's just feel the atmosphere around where this caller is calling us from. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, what's your name, please, and where are you calling us from? Yeah, sure.
My name is Olamide, calling from Ondo State.
All right, you're sounding like somebody who's not too happy that Super Eagles will not be at the World Cup, because your voice is a bit...
Yeah, I'm not happy at all, because I'm expecting them to be there.
I can imagine. If they pay me too, I don't go like give you share. But what are you expecting for such a high-profile friendly fixture as this one tonight?
You say what?
What are you expecting for such a high-profile friendly fixture as what we have tonight?
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be a 1-1 draw.
1-1. Wow. You're like the second person that is going for 1-1 as well. Okay.
Yeah. So are you showing the match live?
I just responded to the last caller and said it's a watch-along. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so
thank
much
you
for your call. Great to have you join us too, and I'm delighted to have great persons like you. So from Port Harcourt, from Ondo State, from Indianapolis. Where else are you watching us from? You can drop your comment on the live stream on YouTube via vivxsports, and please don't forget to subscribe to us. You know, you don't want to be letting yourself down the way, with all due respect to NFF, the way they have let us down as far as our national team is concerned. That's why we've not been in back-to-back World Cups now. So don't go and fall your hand like that. Just click on that subscribe button if you can, and follow us along the way as we bring to you exciting drama and action as it unfolds around this FIFA World Cup. This is like the beginning, a chance to see one of the favorites on paper, Portugal, up against Nigeria's Super Eagles, one of the strongest footballing nations on the African continent. Does not get bigger than this too often when you see the best from Africa against the best from Europe, which is a great reality for us right now. But I want us to look at the starting XI, because the players are walking onto the pitch as we speak and already preparing mentally for what's to come. All right. Ronaldo, you mentioned. Someone say, Ronaldo, I know. Messi, I know. Well, who do we know in the Nigerian team?
We know Alex Iwobi, who's making his 100th appearance. Alex Iwobi, who's making his 100th appearance for the Nigerian side. You know, he joins that list of Joseph Yobo, Ahmed Musa, and alongside, what's his name now? Vincent Iyama as players. 100 caps. It's a magnificent one for him. And if he takes this game as a game where he would showcase the world that he has played 100 times with the Nigerian national team, and it's no fluke that he has played that many games. He has done so well over the years. Some have been heavily critical of the man, talked about his complacency and sometimes his lack of concentration when he plays for Nigeria. But we've seen that recently, and since the arrival of Eric Schell, he has done something amazing, which is control the tempo of the midfield of the Nigerian side. So hopefully in his 100th game, he would shine like a million stars in this one.
Yeah, so you guys are also shining too by the phone lines, like this caller. Hello, welcome. Good evening. Yeah, hi.
Good evening.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. Please, what's your name?
My name is Sliva.
Calling us from where?
From Lagos.
Oh, nice. Of Lagos in the words of Mayokun. So Sylvester, Nigeria, Portugal, one country going to the World Cup, the other one preparing for AFCON qualifiers. But what do you expect from the match?
I expect 2-1.
2-1 is the final score. Who go win? Nigeria, Portugal.
Nigeria.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank
you so much. So this guy is more like, when we're done with the match and the question pops up, who won? They'll say Nigeria. 2-1. See how it plays out really when that time comes around the place. The game is just about to be activated, but a few more calls before we get into describing the action for you. Hello, welcome.
Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Yeah.
Just turn down the volume of your YouTube stream so you can hear us better, just via the phone lines. Else it's going to confuse you.
Okay.
So please, what's your name? And where are you calling us from?
I'm Sammy.
All right, nice to hear from Sammy. Sammy from where?
From Lagos.
Nice. Great to have my Lagos guys now with us. So, Sammy, what's up, man? You know, in Lagos, we've had to feel the rain in this terrain. But in that one, between Nigeria and Portugal, who go rain?
Nigeria, 2-1.
See confidence for this life. Okay. All right, man. Thank you for calling in. Are Nigerians this confident because our players have nothing at stake, even if they pick up injury, no be wahala for them. And then maybe Portugal will be extra careful because it's a World Cup.
Yeah, but it makes sense to be confident about a game like this. I mean, if you saw how they played against Poland in large parts of that game, you could see the intention of controlling the tempo of the game. And that, for me, can only be translated that the team understands that one thing is certain, they have to play good when they play big teams. We're not at the World Cup. We know that possibly we could have even been in a group of Portugal because DR Congo went to that group. So would have played this Portugal side at the World Cup. So we can use this as a level to test how big we are. I think many are still disappointed with the fact that we got to the final of we got to the semi-final of the AFCON, and we just couldn't take that bold step to make it to the final. And I think that with how they showed, with the performances that they've shown recently in games that they've played, it's evident that this team has a lot of confidence in them to go all the way to make Nigerians proud. It's going to be difficult anyways because you're playing against the Portuguese side with European champions in it, with players who have done so well in Europe, players who have won lots of things for themselves, and Bruno Fernandes, a guy who took the Premier League by storm, recording 21 assists for Manchester United. So look at that. It's a star-studded team. Vitinha, Neves, Neto, Ronaldo, Trincao, Bruno Fernandes, Nelson Semedo, Ignacio Dalot, and goalkeeper Diogo Costa. So I can see where some people may think that this could be a difficult game for Nigeria. But again, when you're playing a game and you have nothing to lose, they are the ones who are going to the World Cup. After this game, they take a direct flight down to Miami where they will play their games. We don't have anywhere to go, so why not give Nigerians something to smile for, something to rejoice about? And this is a perfect opportunity to showcase Africa that we're not just a team that reigns supreme in African football. We can do it in the world stage too.
Very important stuff. Really important, Alex. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Please, what's your name? Where are you calling us from? Fantastic stuff. Talk to me, man. We're listening to you.
There is nothing much about the match tonight.
Right. It's just a friendly, right?
Yes, but for my own position, I know Portugal is going to win 3-0.
3-0. Okay, last time was 4-0. I was saying Cristiano Ronaldo and Wilfred did the exchange handshakes. All right, so you think the final score will be 3-0, right?
Sure, Portugal is winning like 3-0, 3-1.
Wahala. All right, thanks for calling in, man. I'm not too sure. Great to hear from you. Quickly now to the starting XI for the two sides. Only after I touch on some of your thoughts on the channel. In fact, we've had over 500 votes so far on our question, our poll. How many goals will Ronaldo score tonight? You
0.
can go there and vote too. He says, this is from Nelson Omini. Nelson says, it's going to be a great game. I'm seeing a draw. Okay, St. Williams, your words are Nigeria is winning tonight. That's how you put it. Fantastic. Thank you, man. Everybody who's with Ronaldo. That's from Jade Music. I'm sure he's asking a question despite not putting a question mark on that.
Well, it doesn't look good for Nigeria though when you look at the attacking intent of the Portuguese side and the players that they have up front. And again, Argentina played last time. Messi scored. You know what happens anytime Messi scores.
Yeah.
Ronaldo is just extra motivated to do one more.
What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
You know, so
and that's not propaganda, man.
So and this game is played just right in their stadium. I think they would want to give their fans a good showing before they travel to US. So it's more like a send forth, like, oh, let's do this, let's play well, let's make them know that we are ready for the World Cup. Because trust me, they're looking at these guys as one of the teams that can go all the way to win the World Cup for 2026, US, Canada, and Mexico. So if they don't give a perfect showing here, you may just have some fans leaving La Ria tonight and thinking we don't have the cutting edge to go all the way to win it. So this game is like that game where they get to show Portuguese fans and even the ones that have made their way into the stadium that they can challenge for the title and win the World Cup. For Nigeria, I know that there's a daring thing about Eric Shell's side, and I just feel like we're going to see that in this game tonight.
All right, the game has kicked off officially, and we're here for the watch along as we describe for you verbally what we are certainly seeing from the action around that fixture. By the way, this is from Stephen PWL. Thank you, Stephen. Stephen says, watching from South Africa. Stephen also says Nigeria is going to win. All right, Stephen, thank you. Portugal will win. That's according to Jaden Musics. And Castro Joe from Port Harcourt says it's going to be 2-1 against Portugal. Your name or your account on YouTube is John Mary -W5S. Thank you so much, guys, for all your comments. I'll read even more of them as we progress around this one. But the game has kicked off officially with just a few seconds into the action. It's Portugal against Nigeria Super Eagles, a repeat of what we saw in November 2022 when the Portuguese setup were preparing for Qatar 2022. They used us to prepare for that World Cup before getting knocked out in the quarterfinal stage in the hands of an African nation, Morocco. Now they're using us to prepare for the World Cup in 2026, and you're wondering if it's going to be another African nation stopping their party, or if they can go all the way to win the title this year. Let's just delve into the names of those players. Alex had touched on a few of them. Diogo Costa is a goalkeeper for them. There's Semedo, Diaz, Inacio, Diogo Dallo, Neves, Vitinha. This partnership certainly did help PSG win the UEFA Champions League title. And then Bruno Dos Fernandes, the chief of assist staff, as I love to call him, the man with the highest number of assists in the history of the Premier League for a single season, that is 21. And Trincao is in the mix too, alongside Pedro Neto and Cristiano Ronaldo. For Nigeria Super Eagles, in the absence of some of those big names, Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, we do have Maduka Okoye in between the sticks. He is first choice these days with Stanley Nwabali clubless as we speak. Calvin Bassey is one of the big names in this Nigerian setup, and he'll be marshalling that defense alongside Semi Ajayi. There's also Akpan and Onyemechi, Bruno Onyemechi, that is in the setup. Wilfred Ndidi has so much experience, and he will help them in the midfield alongside the Centurion. I don't know pronounce that right, Chuma. The Centurion, the man with 100 caps, the century of caps, the star from Fulham, Alex Iwobi. Dele Bashiru is in there too, alongside Nadi, Simon, and Adams. Akor Adams is shining, has been shining in the Spanish La Liga for Sevilla, and can bring that quality again to the fore for the Super Eagles, as we saw him do for us in the Africa Cup of Nations for 2025 that took place in 2025 into early 2026. Alex, a few minutes of action so far. Nigeria with the white outfit. Portugal certainly a bunch who are playing from right to left. Super Eagles are attacking from left to right. What have you seen for the first few seconds?
Well, it's just been two teams trying to basically size themselves up in this one. The Portuguese side with possession now, passing the ball around. Nigeria had possession earlier on, but they gave the ball cheaply away to the Portuguese midfield. I mean, I think that where the battle would lie would be the midfield, where we have to see what Tochukwu Nadi, Alex Iwobi, Wilfred Ndidi can do to stop João Neves, Vitinha, and Bruno Fernandes. These guys are players who PSG, Manchester United, they play for the top clubs in Europe, and also Nelson Semedo bringing that flair from that far side. So I would love to see the midfield battle between like I said, those three players are for the Portuguese side and the three players for the Nigerian side, to see if they can stop the flow and the tempo of the Portuguese side. Because if you let them play from the midfield, if you let them control the tempo of this game, they will be creating chances for Cristiano Ronaldo and who likes to put the ball into the back of the net, and easily so. You don't want to give them cheap opportunities to score goals in a game like this.
Well, right now it's the Portuguese setup. Diogo Dallo playing around with that possession, back to his goalkeeper, Diogo Costa. And they go towards the right-hand side. Quality of plenty for them. Nelson Semedo is in there from that right full-back position. They do have, in the eyes of so many people, the best midfield heading into the World Cup, with a quartet of PSG players in their setup too, coming in as champions of Europe, and a bunch who would like to win the World Cup, the highest stage of the game too. The referee has spotted an infringement. Bruno Dos Fernandes, as we love to call him in this part of the world, guilty of a foul. And that will be a free kick for Nigeria. I think, was it a handball? Yes, there was a handball against the Manchester United midfielder. I'll just pick this call if I can before I return to describing the action for you. Hi, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. What's your name, please, and where are you calling us from?
I'm Kuzayet Ayuba Matthews. I'm calling from Bauchi State, Nigeria.
Fantastic. Great to have you join us. It's still 0-0. What are your thoughts on a friendly match like this?
It is a match that will bring out the best in our boys, and I'm predicting that the match will end up 2-1 in favor of Nigeria.
Okay. All right, I copy that. Did you rain in your part of Bauchi today? Did you rain there? I know you
yes, it rains this morning. It rains this morning, and it's still drizzling this evening.
Oh, so this rain is a national rain, actually.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling in. Great to hear from you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. God bless you. Thank you so much. So just a reminder, Nigeria Super Eagles are attacking from left to right with the white outfit. Portugal playing from right to left. And we're seeing the early exchanges with Portugal having a bit more of the possession in the first few minutes of the drama as it unfolds. But no goal scored yet. Scoreline still even Stevens 0-0. in this fixture. And like we've said a few times already, Portugal had DR Congo to play. It was DR Congo that stopped Nigeria from qualifying for the World Cup when they beat the Super Eagles through penalty kicks in the final of the continental playoffs before going all the way to the intercontinental playoffs and getting their slots to make it team number 10 for Africa in this expanded Mundial. Ronaldo, we haven't seen too much of yet, but we know that he does not, at the age of 41, he does not need to be everywhere. He just needs to be at the right place when those passes come to put the ball into the back of the net.
Definitely so. That would be the idea, to keep him in positions where when he gets the opportunity to run into space, and he's a man who knows how to attack spaces. He can run and get to the end of those balls and try to convert for the Portuguese side. Though they have a corner to defend here. Nigeria just progressing finely on that far right hand side, with Ochukwunadi setting up the man Akor Adams, whose cross rather was blocked for a corner to the Nigerian side. They've not done badly so far. I think in the first 7 minutes of this game they've sized up the Portuguese side well, and I think if they continue playing this way, if they continue being fierce with their touches, they may just be getting the first.
We have a shot and goal for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Goalkeeper Diogo Costa had to, in the words of Olamide Festival, go down low to make that save, and an attempt on target for the Super Eagles that will count for something in the first 5 minutes of the action, surely. And of course the crowd sound too is something that I'm sure the fans will be excited to come alive in the fixture stage, no doubt about it. There are more supporters of Portugal on that territory than they are supporters for Nigeria, but we're hearing a bit of the chants too from the fans just around the place. Portugal coming forward from the right hand side, led by Calvin Bassey for the Super Eagles. Possession returns to the former European champions. Alexi Iwobi has come back to help Nigeria defend. Ball just around that left hand side of defending for the Super Eagles. Calvin Bassey will have to clear this out, and he's just done that to no one in particular, really, returning possession to the 2016 European champions, who would perhaps bring in their goalkeeper. Yes, Diogo Costa will have the ball now, sporting what looks like a Chelsea jersey from so many years back. I don't know if you call this one lemon or something like that. He'll go towards that right hand side, bringing in, of course, Diaz to Semedo. Portugal interchanging the passes. They want to come out tops in different classes. They're here to excite the masses. And they will lose the possession to Calvin Bassey. He takes it back to the shot stopper for the Super Eagles, a man who had a great time in the Italian Serie A last season, Maduka Okoye, coming for his second return as first choice goalkeeper for the Nigerian national team. Brings in Semi Ajayi. Semi Ajayi is part of the Nigerian backline that kept several clean sheets in the Africa Cup of Nations. We will come forward now. When I say we, I mean the Super Eagles. Daddy, Moses Simon, comes to Diaz. Twist and turn, Simon, and that final pass of he's not the best in the world, intercepted by the Portuguese setup. Number 5 in the FIFA rankings, Portugal are. And it's the turn now to come forward. Nelson Semedo, here he is. Through ball by Semedo. Cristiano Ronaldo, 1v1! Ronaldo misses! Well, he had a chance to put that one beyond goalkeeper Maduka Okoye. He did that. But also the strike missed the goalpost of the Super Eagles, and Portugal has squandered that opportunity.
It was a delightful ball from Nelson Semedo just to keep that. Cristiano Ronaldo's run was inch perfect. It's clearly on target. The goalkeeper rooted to the spot. Well, the Portuguese legendary striker just couldn't find the bottom left corner. One dragged off target. The first real opportunity for this game, and Cristiano Ronaldo, well, you would have put your money on that he would have found the back of the net from that position. He was through on goal, 1v1 with the goalkeeper. And what a pass there from Nelson Semedo. Cristiano Ronaldo held his run perfectly, but just couldn't find the back of the net. But here come Nigeria now.
There's a turn of the Super Eagles with an attempt too! And he hits the side netting. Akor Adams, just when he wanted to celebrate, realizes that one has gone off target. So back-to-back misses by the two national teams in the last 120 seconds.
Well, this never would feel like a friendly game. This certainly looks like a proper World Cup fixture. Fantastic one from Akor Adams. It was a long ball from deep inside the Nigerian half. The control was good. The turn there to beat his marker Ignacio was a really good turn, but the left-footed strike there just dragged off target. And just like Cristiano Ronaldo, you expected more from a guy like Akor Adams, who did so well for Sevilla in the La Liga season. And that's back-to-back chances for the two sides. Interesting game so far.
Incredible stuff, really. What a bright start from both Portugal and Nigeria. They mean serious business here as we see a free kick for the 2016 European champions, and they will come all the way back to certainly introduce more of the players on the pitch. Diaz with that partnership alongside Inacio going forward for them. Through ball in the air, coming towards this left hand side. Brilliant stuff for Portugal. Surely a crossing coming from Yao Cancelo. Nigeria head that one back to Madukal Koye. And now the shot stopper for the Super Eagles has the ball and will start proceedings. Diogo Dalot certainly going with those overlapping runs of his. Nigeria will have some minutes to string together some passes. Semi Ajayi on the near side here. Back to Madukal Koye. Nigeria, just to remind you, attacking from left to right with the white outfit. Semi Ajayi again. Alex Iwobi returns. And the Super Eagles will go towards that left-hand side, where there's certainly the quality of plenty for them. Options. Semi Ajayi will get it again. I'm wondering what the idea is. They're not going forward. They're coming back with the passes.
Yeah, the confidence of the passing is good, but they have to be a bit more progressive with it, because keeping the possession is one thing and trying to be progressive when you have possession is another thing. And I have to say, I love the calm that they can hold the ball and pass it around easily without any bit of pressure to lose possession deep inside their own half, and wonderfully done by the man Calvin Bassey. And here come Nigeria again.
Was it Simon from that left-hand flank? Ready to preach his Simon. It's not Mount Hermon this time around, though. It's a game against Portugal. So the nation prepares for the World Cup. An attempt on goal by Wilfred Ndidi from over 30 yards out, and that's why he's not a striker.
Yeah.
You know, he blasted that ball so high that it was way up. He didn't feel blessed, my brother.
Well, that was never going to trouble the goalkeeper. And looking at that again, Cristiano Ronaldo with a chance.
Is that a sign that truly this guy is human and he's old now, in quote?
Well,
because prime Ronaldo would have scored that for Portugal.
Easily that would have ended up in the back of the net. I mean, running 1v1 with the goalkeeper, I thought I was ending up in the back of the net, but he had to, miss the target. Put that one out for a goal kick. Didn't even trouble the goalkeeper to make a good save from it, but he's human in the end, and we've seen him score wonderful goals from that position in the past, but he didn't score that one.
Well, this is surely all of the beauty of the action for us here. Ball back to Madukal Koye. He has it for the Super Eagles. Quite a handful of fans in the stands watching the fixture. It's almost a full house, 90% filled based on the pictures we're seeing here. Wilfred Ndidi for the Super Eagles. It's Nigeria back to Semi Ajayi. I see your comments pouring in. Keep them pouring in if you can. Olatunji Pamilerin says Ronaldo, whatever you want to call it, really. That glorious celebration of his. And it's even more of what we're getting through. You guys made it easy. Hope the World Cup will be like this tomorrow when the match starts. All right. Thank you so much, Rolando Pa 93. We're going to be here for you for the World Cup as well for the opening game. In fact, we have a watch party for that. We're going to be somewhere on Etimian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos, Bature. That's where we're hanging out to have the live watch party. So if you want to have a chance to meet us physically and you're based in Lagos, you can come through and have fun with us for that amazing watch party for the opening day of the World Cup. South Africa and Mexico will be in action for that. The game will kick off by 8 p.m. but we'll be up and running from 7:30 p.m. It's Nigeria Super Eagles. Spreading the ball wide. They're playing with so much level of confidence at this stage. With ready. Taking the time to go back a bit. No urgency in their agency. Semi Ajayi comes towards this right hand side. Quick 1-2 for the Nigerian team. And the possession is lost. Left back for Portugal doing quite a great job in the process. The team on all red. Just trying to show that they have street cred. Some love shown. Beautiful to see Bruno Fernandes fouled and being hugged by his Nigerian rival on the evening. They're like, bro, I know I enjoy you. I know see you get World Cup, no vex, I beg. And that's Calvin Bassey. They know each other, of course, because Calvin plays for Fulham in the Premier League, and it's hard, of course, to face Bruno Fernandes when Fulham have played Manchester United twice in the league last season. So lively game, really, this one, Alex.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a good showing. Nigeria have shown that they can fight, and stay on course with the game as they come again this time with Akor Adams. Nicely done.
Indeed. Just when we wanted to praise them,
there's just something about Moses Simon. I don't know what it is, but on his day can be very useful for the Nigerian side, especially on that left-hand side. And we've seen him already control, large parts of the game from that side. And whenever he gets the ball, he just wants to go 1v1 and tries to do something massively good. The passing has been good for Nigeria, though, I have to say. The control, the passing, and just watching how the movement of the midfielders have been. This is just wonderful to watch from the Super Eagles of Nigeria.
It's really wonderful as they ask for a free kick and will get it. Semi Ajayi was fouled, and so it's a free kick for the Super Eagles in the half of Portugal. It's going to be some huge battle, this one. We have Yao Neves in the picture. He was the one guilty of the foul on the Nigerian international. And just to show you how serious, normally in friendly matches you see teams play with jerseys that have no names on them. While that's the case for the Super Eagles, Portugal have names on their jersey. That's to show you they're ready for the World Cup 100% at this stage. It's a new kit for the Super Eagles, by the way. They've been flaunting that despite not being part of the Mundial. It kicks off in a bit. Diogo Dalot coming forward now for this Portugal team. Yeah, Manchester United man. They'll go towards that left-hand side. A chance for some lovely passes. Beautiful. And Nigeria will intercept that one at the right place at the right time for Wilfred Ndidi, who had to come back to help the defense. Akor Adams now gets the ball for the Super Eagles. It's 3 against 2. Here Nigeria have a genuine chance to create something creative for themselves. Can be some beautiful attempts. Akor Adams in the mix surely, drifting towards that left-hand side. Well, Moses Simon twisting and turning. Can he have space for a shot and goal? 2 defenders around him, and the momentum has died down for Nigeria. Portugal regained possession.
Yeah, that was really poor from Nigeria. They had an opportunity there. It was 3-on-2, and the passing between Akor Adams and Moses Simon, I think way too many touches of the ball. And when Moses Simon got the ball on the left-hand side, they expected him to have maybe tried to shoot or pick out a pass for Alex Iwobi, who was arriving at the edge of the area for the Nigerian side, but they won too many touches, and then the pass to pick out the other guy on that far side was too heavy as Portugal tried to come forward from that right-hand side. But again, they have to do better with the passing. The passing has been good for them deep inside their own half, but when they reach the final third, they should be doing better with that. And that was a glorious opportunity for Nigeria to score the first goal of this game.
It was. It's a game where we have seen 2 attempts on target on goal for the Super Eagles. 1 on target, the other one slightly off target from Akor Adams. And the best chance for Portugal so far came for Cristiano Ronaldo. He was 1v1 with goalkeeper Maduka Okoye, but put that one off target. So it's been a lively start to this. We've seen just about just over 15 minutes of action so far. And it's still Portugal nil and Nigeria nil. They're trying to come forward from that right inside. The Portuguese team fouled Yao Neves. It's won the UEFA Champions League title back-to-back now, 2025 and 2026. On that list of some of the best midfielders in the global game, and he was stopped by Bruno Yemechi, the Olympiacos man, saying, hey, I think they play for Olympiacos, I think they play for PSG, but all of us, they play football, man. I will stop you.
Yeah, that was maybe I could have need less to do in that position, because Joao Neves was far away from danger, but Bruno Yemechi just went into that challenge, stopped the player, rightly so. Yellow card for the Nigerian side and the first of this game. Well, here come the Portuguese side on the left-hand side.
Indeed, Pedro Neto, the Chelsea man.
Almost easily could have been a penalty.
Now he's the one guilty of a foul against Wilfred Ndidi. It's a free kick for Nigeria Super Eagles in the half of the 3-time African champions. Neto, well, it just shows his versatility. At Chelsea sometimes you see him play from that right-hand side of attack, but for Portugal tonight he's playing from the left flank.
He's a very, very versatile player. Could play on the left, could play on the right. Pedro Neto, we saw him for Chelsea last season. Impeccable, even though Chelsea had a very bad season generally, but he was good. He scored some really good goals for the Chelsea side and also provided some wonderful assists. So I would expect to see more from him on that left-hand side, running down the neck of the Nigerian defenders. But we've not seen so much from Pedro Neto. Neither have we seen much from, generally the Portuguese team, Bruno Fernandes, Vitinha, Joao Neves. And that's just to tell you how good the Nigerian side have kept pace with Portugal in the first, early minutes of this game. The first exchanges been really good for the Nigerian side. Keeping tabs with them, you can see they're chasing every pass, they're chasing every ball, not allowing the Portuguese side to settle into the game and control the tempo. And that's, I think, a smart thing to do, because if you let them get the hold of the game by controlling the tempo of the game, they may just be in free flow and score lots of goals.
Well, this man knows how to score sometimes, or at least assist. That's why being defender Diego Dallo, and that throwing will find his way back to his goalkeeper Diego Costa, who brings in Ruben Diaz. Portugal also star-studded players from Manchester City, from Manchester United, from PSG and the likes. Nelson Semedo now, being marked by Bruno Yemechi. Semedo trying to cross the ball through from that right-hand side, gets to Ronaldo. Ronaldo miskicks that, and it's back to goalkeeper Maduka Okoye, and he smiles. The 41-year-old five-time World Player of the Year. We want to see a five-time Ballon d'Or winner. And we do have Maduka Okoye restarting play. It's just the second time ever that we're seeing a Nigeria-Portugal game at senior level. But Nigerians will not forget in a hurry, 1989, the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. There's a big clash between those two nations, Nigeria-Portugal. In that competition back then, the Flying Eagles finished second in the 1989 FIFA Under-20 World Cup. One of only 2 silver medals they have gotten at that level of the game. The other one coming in 2005, and then it was Nigeria losing to Argentina. Versus Argentina in the final. Ball back to Diego Costa. Has enough time to pick his options. Inacio by his left, and towards his right hand side there's Ruben Diaz. He goes for the Man City player instead. Diaz now with Nelson Semedo. Super Eagles will intercept. From loose possession back to Semedo again, who recovers for former European champions. Here they will come now from the left hand channel. Pedro Neto. Neves also supporting as well. Diego Dallo. They have the ball towards the near side here. That's the left hand side of attack. And we'll take it all the way back to Inacio. Dallo brings in his goalkeeper again. Just trying to find the right spaces in the Nigerian setup. Reason they are going backwards. Portugal, that is. The team on all red, attacking from right to left. vivxsports, that's what we are. Please subscribe to our channel. We're going to be here for all of these watch-alongs throughout the course of the World Cup. And for games where we have the right to bring to you live pictures, we will do that as we did for the Super Falcons fixture yesterday. Here we come with Portugal. An attempt and goal! They don't need too many chances to prove their mettle. And in local parlance, you hear stuff like Pedro don't hear Neto, because Pedro Neto has put that ball beyond goalkeeper Maduka Okoye. And from nothing, Portugal have taken the lead. They lead Nigeria 1-0.
Yeah, wonderful goal. Ball over the top from Trincao. Nicely controlled there by Diego Dallo. He stalled and he just dropped it for Pedro Neto. One-time touch, belts it into the bottom left corner. Maduka Okoye late to dive, not going to get to that one. And you wouldn't say they deserve the lead, but they've played better when they attack. They've had better passes in and around the Nigerian 18-yard area. And that was a well-taken goal by Pedro Neto, who picked out his spot and scored in this friendly match. They finally got in their goal. They've been looking for the goal from the very first kick of the ball. And just to let you know, we're using the ball at the World Cup, the Triunda ball that we're going to use for the FIFA World Cup. That's the same match ball for this one. But you have to say, before the water break, sad that Nigeria conceded a goal, but it was a well-taken goal by the Portuguese side. They created it so well. Trincao to Diego Dallo, and Diego Dallo's square pass to Pedro Neto, who had one job to do, is to pick out the spot, and he did pick out the spot. Maduka Okoye, slow to dive, ball in the back of the net. Portugal lead 1-0.
Wow. That's why, superstar players can turn on the styles anytime. And Nigeria Super Eagles had been defending as much as they could, and then that opportunity came in from the left-hand side. Diego Dallo, like Alex mentioned, finding Pedro Neto. He just found a bit of space and then thought he should take a strike with his left foot. Oh yeah, seeing that one go towards his far post. And now is Roberto Martinez, a man who has coached in the Premier League in the past, who's now the boss of Portugal, having handled Belgium to the World Cup in the last set of years. He's dishing out some instructions to his players. There's the water break now, and if you just joined us, we're vivxsports bringing to you this watch along, and I was saying that we'll also have a watch along experience these 4 matches in the World Cup starting from tomorrow, and that one will be beyond just watch along virtually. That one will also be a physical watch along, because we'll be at Bature Breweries on Etonian Crescent, Victoria Island, Lagos. We'll be broadcasting live from that territory, one of the most high-profile bars in Lagos, Nigeria. So you can link up with us there tomorrow evening. The game kicks off by 8 p.m., but we should be active and alive from 7:30 p.m. with live coverage as we see that goal again. There was also Ronaldo in the mix, but you think that the best choice was
the best choice was Pedro Neto. Ronaldo wanted the ball. You can see him just pointing to the ground, put the ball where I wanted, but Pedro Neto was free on the far side, and it was easier to pick up Pedro Neto than Cristiano Ronaldo. And Pedro Neto had one thing to do there, and he just hit it with power and precision, and that's what he did. So wonderful one for the Portuguese side. The fans are now, happy that their team can score, because it was looking like they would find it difficult to score against Nigeria, but they've shown that they can play good attacking football. But again, I have to commend Nigeria, because some would have thought that at this stage of the game, maybe Portugal would have raced to a 2 or 3-0 lead. But that's not the case, because Nigeria also had chances with Akor. We could have easily scored a goal in this game, early on when we had that opportunity, but it didn't happen. As you can see, Eric Shell having a word with the Nigerian team alongside Daniel Gumodode and Fidelis Lechukwu, who are dishing out instructions before we restart play out there in Portugal. So it's still very much early days. It's a friendly game. I understand that the boys don't have to be desperate to score a goal or be desperate to try and get back into the game, but they have it in them to know that they've been impressive so far. They've not lost a competitive game since 2025, and this one already has the competitive feel of a proper World Cup game as we start the restart of this one. But I still think that Nigeria have enough quality in their team with Dele Bashiru, Alex Iwobi, and Akor. There's still a lot of quality in the Nigerian side to try and hit back, maybe get an equalizer before halftime, and try to also push the Portuguese side back and get a goal in this game. So nothing to be moved about. No need to rush the game. No need to try and be hasty to get an equalizer. Just try and play calmly, control the tempo of the game, pass the ball around. They've done it so nicely already in this game. Continue what you've been doing. The chances will definitely come. It's not an invincible Portuguese side. It's a Portuguese side that can be reached, the Portuguese side that can concede goals. We saw that against Chile, how Chile got past them. And we also saw Chile missed a couple of chances. They easily should have gotten something from that game. But they have to continue believing that they can do something from this game. And again, I think the passing and the final third has to be better for the Nigerian side.
Amazing stuff, really. Just watching the action, Portugal now had the advantage. You think that they're going to ease themselves into this game even more?
The one thing that we shouldn't allow them to do is enter that flow state. And they enter that flow state where they are determining everything that happens in the game, the 50-50 balls, the fouls, the tackles. When they enter that flow state, it will be difficult for the Super Eagles to keep up with them. So you have to chase them and try to get the ball off them. You can see that Nigeria have changed the formation now. We've gone to a 4-4-2 formation with Alex Iwobi and Akor being the furthest man forward. So you can see that Eric Shell is studying the game as you go. They have more quality than we do, obviously, on the field of play. So there's no need to, try and be, cocky about it. They have better players. They have more quality on the pitch. But we also have enough quality to challenge and to get goals in a game like this.
Well, this one is someone who's complaining. I'm going to tell you about that after speaking about Pedro Neto. Squares the ball through, and Nigeria with a last-minute clearance. That is what's going to be certainly a scary reality offside for the Super Eagles at that time, with Bruno Fernandes around. He's limping a bit. He has to shake that one off. The centre referee spots the offside concern, and the winger from the left-hand side for Portugal was offside just before squaring that ball through. The man who found the back of the net for the goal, in fact, it was Diogo, so he was offside. And now the assist for the goal that came through from Pedro Neto. I was just going to read more of your comments. Keep them pouring in if you can. Let us know what you make of the fact that Nigeria are losing by a goal to nothing at the moment. Portugal are the ones who are leading. And this from Mick TNJI 4749 says the goal came when Iwobi and Ndidi and one other player relapsed in the midfield. So he thinks that it's a bit of absence of concentration for some of these stars for the Super Eagles led to the space that was created for the goal that eventually was scored by Pedro Neto for Portugal. Roland Okpa 93 says the coach should build a better team that will qualify Nigeria to the next World Cup and win the next AFCON. Good thing is the next AFCON is next year, but the next World Cup, man, you have to wait until 2030, my brother. Portugal attacking from right to left, have the possession. Diogo Dallo from this left-hand channel goes towards Inacio, one of the two centre-backs. Inacio bringing Ruben Diaz. Man who won a double with Manchester City, a domestic double that is, the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup title in the final season for his manager at club level, Pep Guardiola, who has left the team. So he will finish the World Cup and go back to Man City with a brand new manager for next season. Quality from PSG. Bruno Fernandes to this left-hand side. Cross by Pedro Neto. Might be the best in the world, I think. And that's out for a goal kick for Nigeria Super Eagles. In fact, it was Diego Dallo. He's doing so much of the overlapping runs, and he was apologizing to Pedro Neto for not finding the Chelsea man right. Madukau Koya with the ball for the Super Eagles. The team playing from left to right with the all-white outfit. Rosie to Calvin Bassey, the Fulham player. Bassey may want to pass from the back or go with the clearance. Good friend is keen to have the ball if it's possible. It's the captain of Super Eagles. But then Calvin Bassey passes back to Madukau Koya. Koya with the long ball now towards the centre circle area. Desperate defending for Portugal. Akor Adams putting a bit of pressure on them, and the Nigerian is guilty of a foul, at least in the eyes of the referee. And so Inacio, and Portugal will have a free kick.
Yeah, he was trying to remonstrate to the referee that Inacio went down too easily. Well, the defender was always going to go down from that kind of tackle, and Akor Adams there just chasing the loose ball, trying to win it in that battle with Ignacio. He did well to win a foul. Deep inside their own half, the Portuguese side will use this to regroup now and start the play from behind. I think it's just been easy for them to roll. See, again, from the wings, it's been so easy putting those balls, and Bruno Yimechi should be careful. It's on a yellow card. You don't want to be sent off in a game like this. So a red card for Rafael Leao in the previous game for the Portuguese side, even though that was mainly for dissent other than what he did on the football field. But it's just been easy for the Portuguese side. And you have guys like Nelson Semedo and Diego Dallo. Overlapping runs are easily picked out by Trincao and Pedro Neto. So Nigeria have to stop that happening, because if they continue to let that happen on the far side, Portugal will always have that advantage of playing a square ball into the box and looking for spaces and allowing Ronaldo go into those areas to affect play and score goals. So we have to do better with the defending, and I think that would be the job of Akor Adams and Moses Simon, to drop deeper and help the defense when they're defending.
Well, Pedro Neto would have to put that defense under pressure now. Free kick for Portugal from that right hand side. Neto with his left foot and into Ngava cross. Headed out by the Super Eagles. And the returning shot from Bruno Fernandes, saved by Madukau Koya. Corner kick for Portugal.
That was a wonderful strike. The cross there from the Pedro Neto, headed away by Wilfred Ndidi, only as far as Bruno Fernandes, who took it one time with his left foot straight at goal. And Madukau Koya was equal to the task there, just to parry the ball over for a corner. And equally good save from a goalkeeper, from a wonderful strike from Bruno Fernandes.
The man who will take the corner kick for Portugal, that is the Manchester United star. And it's Ngava cross, a connecting header for the 2016 European champions and the 5-time Ballon d'Or winner Cristiano Ronaldo. And he looks to the sky and says, when this guy will give me goal now? What's up, man?
Well,
it was a free header.
Yeah, it was a free header. You know, just left alone. No defender, no Nigerian defender. Just trying to put off the man in the air, but he had time and space, Ronaldo, to head that into the back of the net, but that was just off target. And yes, like you said, he looks to the heavens, wondering when it's going to go into the back of the net. I mean, he's missed 2 chances now for Portugal. And you get a feeling if they continue giving him those balls, he could pull one into the back of the net. No.
Well, now it's Akor Adams who's chasing for Nigeria. It's about time Super Eagles also thought about putting the ball into the back of the Portuguese net. Nigeria will come forward from this right-hand channel. Chance for a cross. Beautiful one. That is rebuffed by Portugal. And a bit of physicality in there. Free kick for the 2-time UEFA Nations League winners.
Well, one thing is,
holders of that title,
one thing is certain. I think if the Portuguese side are using this game as a test run for DR Congo, it may be the wrong test run, because the DRC side are a way more physical team than Nigeria, and I think they won't give too much space to the Portuguese side. With what I've seen so far, Portugal are finding it so work out that this game could be a good one for them, that they win this game and get their last World Cup preparation on track going into the World Cup. But I can tell you for free that the DRC will pose a different threat to the Portuguese side.
Oh, Nigeria now trying to pose a bit of a threat from that left-hand channel. Portugal will clear that out. Moses Simon, we saw a bit of excitement from him in the first 10 minutes, but looks like that momentum has died down at this stage. It's Pedro Neto. Certainly keen to get that ball. The man sporting jersey number 18 for his team. And the ball is taken up. Bruno Fernandes. Semi Ajayi brings in goalkeeper Maduka Okoye. Back towards the right side of defending for the Super Eagles. Long clearance that will be Akpan. Surely trying to do something right from that right back position. Portugal have the ball again though. Goes past Marcus. Another strike on goal. Another save by Maduka Okoye, and Portugal seem to be in that mood. Trincao with this attempt.
Yeah, fantastic strike. Edge of the area. Just a tip of the touch there from the goalkeeper to parry that one away. I don't think the referee saw that, so maybe a goal kick to the Nigerian side. I thought that was a corner, but
there was a little touch,
just a slight touch from Maduka Okoye. The goalkeeper touched that one over the bar, but referee says goal kick. Well, that was another good effort from the Portuguese side, and this time around, look at Nigeria.
But the Super Eagles could score! Oh! Now to get the right response against the former European champions. Akor Adams plays in Spain and is ready to cause Portugal some pain. Now fans of the Super Eagles will not complain, but maybe pop champagne. It's Nigeria getting back into the action. 1-1 against Portugal right now.
I knew they had it in them. I knew they had enough quality. Long ball from Maduka Okoye, and look at that. The ball just bounced over the Nigerian player, but he got the touch. Nicely done. And when he had that opportunity to shoot, it was through the legs of the goalkeeper. And just look at that again. I think it was just schoolboy defending from Diego Dalot, and Ruben Diaz just couldn't keep tracks with the run of the man Akor Adams, who put the ball through the legs of Diogo Costa and giving Nigeria the equalizer in this game. 37 minutes of football played, and wonderfully so. I knew that they had the quality, and rightly so. Dele Bashiru with the assist, and Akor Adams with a wonderful strike through the legs of the goalkeeper. It's Portugal 1, Nigeria 1. No reaction from Eric Schell, no movement or whatsoever from the manager, because I think that he's a bit disappointed with the way they've allowed the Portuguese side control the tempo of this game. But it's been wonderful so far for the Nigerian side, and they're back into this encounter. 1-1, game on.
Alrighty, when the callers were saying the game is going to be 1-1 at the end, I want to see more goals.
Yeah, obviously.
But it's beautiful
maybe for the green
for
side.
A friendly fixture,
yeah.
Beautiful that the first half of a friendly match is as competitive as what we have seen from the two nations.
And again, this is not the best Nigerian team.
Alright,
so let's put that into consideration.
So we're going to be bragging if the game were to end 1-1 that we had our star players.
If we win, I think we should brag. This is a strong. No. Obviously, this is a strong Portuguese side. I mean, they have all the qualities in the world. The Ronaldos, the Diego Dalot, Bruno Fernandes, João Neves, Vitinha, Trincao. These are quality players that we watch in European football week in, week out, and we see what they do for their respective clubs. So, and it's not a full Nigerian team. It's not. Tochukwu Nadi would not start if we have guys like Rafael Onyedika and what's the name of me now, the other one, Frank Onyeka. If we have those guys, or if we have what's his name now, Victor Osimhen or Ademola Lookman in the team, some of these players will not get to start. But again, it's a strong Nigerian team, like I said. No disrespect to the guys who have started this game tonight, but we know that we have some players who are left out of this one, and to have played so well against Portugal, a strong Portuguese team, that I think only one or two changes. I don't even think there will be any change. Maybe Joao Cancelo would come in for Diego Dalot. That's the only change that they can make for the game against DR Congo. So it's the strong lineup for the Portuguese side, and this, so to speak, with Nigeria having some fringe players in their lineup. So I mean, if it ends 1-1, it will be nothing to brag. I mean, we played a wonderful game against Poland and we still ended up drawing that game. It would be nice to play well here and maybe try and get a victory and maybe reset the Portuguese, their mindset going into the World Cup, because like I said, they are regarded as one of the title contenders to win the FIFA World Cup in 2026, and if they lose this game, it could be a reality check for them to say, oh, we have to play better, we have to do more just to get our hands on the trophy. But wonderfully so for Nigeria, back into this game, like I said, and it can only get better from here on out.
We've seen some surprises already in the entire series of friendly matches. France lost to Côte d'Ivoire.
Yes.
And Portugal
which was
not
a
want to
surprising
lose
loss.
here indeed. Strike felt like a cross-com shot from that right-hand side for Portugal straight into the arms of Madukau Koye, who can take his time now before restarting play for the Super Eagles. And we just watch again how that goal came, Alex. Beautiful stop by Akor finish with his left foot. He said, hey, if Pedro Neto could score with his left foot, I will show him that I can also get it right using my left.
Yeah, it's a wonderful strike. And Akor Adams in that kind of position, deadly any day, any time. And when I saw him, in the starting lineup, I knew that when you're looking for an attacking, quality player to take out chances, he's definitely one of the players who I believe so well in that he would get those chances and tuck them away. And now we've gone back to a 4-5-1 formation, leaving only Akor Adams up front, meaning that we have to, just choke up the midfield with more bodies and try to see if we can stop the flow of the Portuguese side before halftime. It would be nice taking this game into halftime, at 1-1, knowing that the second 45 could be another opportunity for the Nigerian side to experiment some things and try to play differently and play better in the second half. But it's been a good game so far. This is the physicality that we're talking about. The referee should allow the game flow.
Sorry, they're going to the World Cup. You're not going, so don't enjoy them, please. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, my brother.
All right, we'll leave it.
Let's get back to you. Read more of your comments. We're via vivxsports, and we're enjoying this game. It's a watch-along experience right here as Nigeria Super Eagles are holding Portugal to a 1-1 draw. And we're not too far away from the halftime break at this stage, and surely the thoughts can keep pouring in. Let us know how excited are you seeing Nigeria fight back in the game. Many of you had called in to say that the game could end 2-1 for Nigeria or 1-1 after 90 minutes of action. Portugal, Ronaldo having a chance, decides to support that with his head, but couldn't get to it in time. The Portuguese star, and it's going to be out for a throwing for the Super Eagles. Well, that ball chipped for Ronaldo from the right-hand side by Bruno Fernandes, but was just slightly too high for the 41-year-old.
Yeah, it was never going to get there. The ball too high from Bruno Fernandes, and you can see Ronaldo there with a smirk on his face. He's looking for that goal. He wants to score. I mean, this is in the presence of Portuguese fans. Like I said, it's more like a send-forth game. If they win this one, they'll be buzzing going into the World Cup, knowing that they have a good enough team to challenge for the World Cup title. The referee should allow the game to flow. Chuma, this I don't know, some of the foul calls. I don't see anything here. He tripped. He didn't get the end of the ball. I don't know. Iwobi wasn't. I don't think Iwobi was guilty for that challenge there. But again, maybe it's the Nigerian in me speaking. But if your team had lost possession, I don't think that should be a foul, if you ask me. The Spanish referee hasn't done so bad so far.
Oh, Bruno Fernandes will look at this ball, ready to take the free kick for Portugal. And it's going to be a long one, surely. This one, it's not a direct free kick. It's too far away to trouble Madukau Koye, you think, directly from Bruno Fernandes, that is. So he decides to launch a short pass, and they would hold on to the possession, but have lost it to the Super Eagles. Osimhen. Now Alex Iwobi twisting and turning, and he just runs into traffic. The ball gets back to goalkeeper Diogo Costa. And the defensive lineup for Portugal returns to status quo as Bruno Fernandes has the ball. Just strolling pace for him to Yao Neves.
It would have been better if Nigeria had Osimhen on the ball where Iwobi had it. I can tell you for free that Bruno Fernandes will struggle to stop Osimhen pace for pace.
Right.
Yeah. Got the better of Alex Iwobi and retrieved possession back for the Portuguese side. And you can see the intention for Nigeria to keep pace with the Portuguese side. After Iwobi lost that possession, he kept chasing, he kept running for the ball. You can call this a friendly game all you want, but it has a competitive nature to it, and it's beautiful to watch.
It is beautiful to watch. Ronaldo spread the ball wide towards that right-hand side, and Portugal will have it crossed again. Straight into the arms of goalkeeper Madukau Koye. Some of these intricate passes from the team that were the best team in Europe in 2016 and have gone on to win after that one too. UEFA Nations League crowns beat Spain in the final of the latest Nations League and goes to the World Cup, number 5 on the FIFA rankings. We're going to have 3 minutes of added time before the halftime break, and we are heading into those 3 minutes already. Still Portugal 1, Nigeria 1 via vivxsports. We're here to export everything exciting around African sports for you. And so please click on that subscribe button, and trust me, you will be happy for it. This message from MICTNJI4749. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you guys for providing the commentary. Despite that, I'm not watching the game, but I know at least I hear what's in the commentators on the talk. All right, thank you so much, man. Yeah, to watch a long experience, and surely the games that we have rights to broadcast, we'll bring that to you. If you watched us yesterday, you would have seen us bring to you live action around the Super Falcons. It wasn't just a Watchalong, it was live match itself, but you don't have access as to rights for this. But surely, I'm sure you're enjoying the Watchalong right now. Get ready for our watch party, by the way, at Bature Brewery tomorrow. Italy and Christian Victoria and Lagos from 7:30 p.m. as we get into the studio for the magic around Mexico and South Africa in the World Cup, the opening game of the competition. Marcus Akin 667 says, more love, bro. Thank you so much, Marcus. We appreciate you. Up Nigeria, as he adds to that. And Marcus says, watching you guys from Ghana. Marcus, all the best to your Black Stars, eh?
Yeah, all the best to you. Was that group with England, Croatia, and Panama? Good, all the best. Kofi, I can only support you. I can only give you my
my support. I know you.
I can only give you my support, but I mean, it's a difficult group for Ghana, I have to say. But I think Ghana and England, they meet a lot of times at the World Cup. I mean, to have Ghana, England, Croatia, Panama, good group, I have to say. And hopefully Ghana gets to survive that one and come out of the group. I mean, it would be catastrophic, so to speak, to have 10 African teams and we don't have at least 4 in the round of 32. I think it will be sad if we get to the round of 32 stage of the competition and we don't have at least 4 African nations. That's wonderful defending there.
Indeed, Portugal just trying to catch Nigeria off guard, and the Super Eagles recovered in time to get that right. And the referee has his hands in the air, an offside call against the Europeans. It's going to be Madukau Koye again with an opportunity.
I don't think that was offside.
I
don't think that was offside though. But yeah, I mean, it's a friendly game and this can happen.
It's going to be half-time in the beat. I'm sure that once Madukau Koye restarts proceedings, the centre referee could signal the end of the first 45 minutes, and he watches his watch, and indeed he signals for half-time officially. Only after Madukau Koye takes the clearance. It's been an exciting game, this one, a game with chances for the two nations. The Super Eagles had theirs, and there was a save from the Portuguese goalkeeper Diogo Costa. The next one came to us, Ronaldo's path for Portugal. 1v1 with Madukau Koye, and the 41-year-old put that one off target, quite unlike him. Portugal, though I should say, stepped up at the right time with Pedro Neto. Had a pass from Diogo Dalot, used his left foot to put it beyond the Nigerian goalkeeper to give Portugal the lead. And then the Super Eagles stepped up themselves to Akor with the chance. He shot off target. Next time he had an opportunity, he did mount the pressure and eventually found the treasure, scoring that for Nigeria. So we're heading to the halftime break with the scoreline that's even Stevens. It's Portugal 1, Nigeria 1.
Fantastic first 45 minutes of football, I have to say. Good build-up for that goal for the Nigerian side to make it 1-1. Akor Adams there, you can see the smile on his face. They're just talking about the movement to get to the end of that one and to put the ball in between the legs of the goalkeeper, Diogo Costa, to give Nigeria, a goal in this game and to take this game at halftime, to take this game into halftime at 1-1, which is good for Nigeria. And like I said, I mean, they can now come out in the second 45 knowing that they have nothing to lose, go all out, try and get the best of, the opportunities and try to see if they can convert their chances. This certainly is a good performance, and I think any Nigerian watching this game and seeing how the Nigerian side have played so far should be proud of what the Super Eagles have done so far. Like I said, Portugal, with 57% of the ball possession, 43 to Nigeria, 2 attempts apiece with 2 attempts on target rather apiece for the two sides, 6 for Portugal, 5 attempts for Nigeria. we kept pace with them, from the very beginning down to the very end with 163 passes completed. Well, they have more, 260 passes completed, but still doesn't take away the fact that we had moments in the game and we did well with our moments. And then when the time came for Akor Adams to put the ball into the back of net, he did that. So Portugal also had chances, way more chances than Nigeria. Cristiano Ronaldo with 2 chances to have scored for the Portuguese side. He didn't take his chances, and I think that Roberto Martinez will be looking at trying to change and tweak how they attack and how they approach the Nigerian 18-yard area, because they've had so much on the left and on the right-hand side. They've not just been so clinical, and that's why this game has at 1-1 going into halftime. But good one for the Super Eagles, good one for Eric Schell. The competitive, no-losing streak continues. 45 minutes to go, though.
No doubt about it, bro. Incredible stuff. And while you were speaking about the stats, it's been 2 corner kicks for Nigeria, 1 for Portugal. So the Super Eagles are giving them close marking. Take away the possession, that is 57-43. Everything else is close. 6 attempts on goal for Portugal, 5 for Nigeria. 2 on target for Portugal, 2 for Nigeria. Corner kicks, we have outdone them by a corner kick more. And then when it comes to goals, it's even Stevens, 1-1, the halftime score. Time to go back to the phone lines to have you join us and have your say. You can see that number on your screen if you do not mind calling now. Let us know where you're calling us from, and let's have fun together analyzing Nigeria Super Eagles as they are not being embarrassed. 4 years ago, man, November, a month before the World Cup started in December, just a few weeks before the World Cup started, Portugal beat us by 4-0. 4 years after, we're holding them to a 1-1 draw at halftime. Could that be a sign that the Super Eagles have become a better national team than they were 4 years ago? Or do we not just read any meaning to this at all? What do you think? Hello, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us. It's Chuma and Alex in here.
Yes, good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. What's your name, please, and where are you calling us from?
Yeah, this is Kenneth from Lagos, and this is my second time calling.
Fantastic. Welcome, Kenneth. Yeah.
So what I want to say is that I feel Nigeria is missing one of their chances when they arrive at that box, and that's when it's exposed us. They need more organization in that midfield. But one thing that I like about them is that when they press and get that ball from Portuguese players, they are showing it well. And the fact that how we score that goal, that they caught them off guard there, that's what they are doing excellently well. But my only one is that they should try and stop wasting much time when they arrive at that ball. Deliver your chances once you get there.
Okay, take your chances when you have it too. All right, Ken, thank you so much, man. Thank you. Please stay with us. I appreciate your calls. Certainly do appreciate those calls of yours. And Kenneth is based in Lagos, which is nice. You also can call in right now. The number is on your screen. As we get ready for live action, you can also see that on your screen. The 11th of June, it's Mexico against South Africa from us. And then we have Morocco. We're basically here to prioritize the African continent. So all of those high-profile matches involving African nations, via vivxsports, will bring to you all of the pulsating drama. Of course, England-Ghana is one of those big games that we're looking forward to. France-Senegal too, bro, man. Yeah, I think that when it comes to the first round of games in the World Cup, the biggest match, okay, think again, Chuma. But I still think that that's the biggest match. I know there's Morocco-Brazil, right? But which is France-Senegal, a reminder of Korea-Japan 2002. I think that, and again, 2 French colonies.
Yes.
I think that game is the main event.
Yeah, it's one of the main events of the group stages. I mean, there's also Argentina-Algeria, which is another big game when you look at it. One big side from South America, another big one from Africa, and there are lots of big games. I mean, we have 104 matches. You don't expect 104 matches, and we don't see big games in the group stages. It's surely so. We're going to see big games across board, and like I said, it will be disappointing if we don't have more African representation in the round of 32. At least 4 of the 10 should make it.
I think even more, knowing that round of 32 is not round of 16 anymore these days.
If it's more, I don't know.
You have a magic hand, maybe you can help me again.
More, you could be asking for too much. But again, let's stick with.
Because why do we always ask for extra slots? Why do we ask for extra slots? And now we have, extra slots. The highest Africa has ever had in a World Cup before now was 6 in South Africa 2010. 5 automatic slots, and then 1 for South Africa as host of that competition. Hello, welcome. Now we have 10. Hi.
Yeah, how are you?
We're doing great. How about you? Good evening.
I'm good. I'm calling from the U.S. I really appreciate you guys broadcasting the game.
Thank you.
Because we don't have access to see it, so you guys are doing a great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. So what do you think about the second half, man?
Yeah.
Are we still going to win this match? It's 1-1 right now.
Worst case scenario is a draw.
Oh, okay. All right.
Worst case scenario, we're not going to lose. Let me get that. We're not going to lose this match, and and then we are playing with, I would say, our second team. Basically, I mean, just
right.
These are the first team,
news.
so I have to commend. Yeah, I commend the coach and the players. So I'm very proud of them. So. Go Niger.
Yes, so go Niger, truly. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
You do, and I do. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you. God bless you too. You guys are the ones who feel it. Those of you who are in the USA, you're going to be feeling the atmosphere there, the hype and the buzz and everything, because the World Cup is up and running from tomorrow. Of course, we know the opening game will be in Mexico, but then after that one, the USA will start having the luxury of hosting matches aplenty in this Mundial. Well, I will run back to the comment section where you guys are speaking consistently. We appreciate you. Thank you for all your thoughts and comments, on our YouTube stream. And this one says, we're a little bit tensed, yes, resilient. We need to be more organized, and Akor Adams is doing a nice job. Let's pressure their defensive side, and it's going to be a win for Niger, as you put it. Previa TV, thank you so much for your comments. And for Fakunle Sunday, just to pronounce that right, 1959 to complete the name, says up Nigeria. Yeah, up Nigeria indeed. With only this one goal, I am good. That's what Talk to Rahab is saying. Thank you. And this is extra special too from Alain Gomez. Alain Gomez. I don't want to mess up people's names because you guys are all amazing persons. Thank you. Says Forza Niger. Wonderful commentary, brothers. Thank you. We appreciate you, man. Huge respect to you in every single aspect for that matter. Ronaldo should not start for Portugal in this World Cup. That's what Mike T G4749 is saying. I think he's looking at the chances that Ronaldo has missed, and he's saying, "Come on, man."
Yeah, and those kind of chances will be costly if you miss them at the World Cup. This is a friendly game, it's a test match, so maybe that can be accepted. If you miss chances like this, I mean, it's a friendly game in the end. It's just to test how good and how efficient the team is getting ready for the World Cup. But again, when you get to the World Cup proper, you have to be clinical, efficient, and take your chances. So about Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't think it's the problem with the team. I think that if they create chances for him, even if he's going to miss some of those chances, he will score goals. That's a given. He's a goal scorer, and we know him for scoring lots of goals in his playing career. But I can understand the idea of maybe starting a Trincao, Neto, and Leao attack. It's fast, younger guys. And Ronaldo can play a lesser role. I think even without them, even without Ronaldo, the team can flourish, can do great things, and can win games. I mean, and this is where you see the difference now. Roberto Martinez, does Roberto Martinez have that, I don't know what to call it now. I don't know if it's ego or willpower or personality to say, okay, I'm going to keep you on the bench. We have younger players who are doing quite better when it comes to taking their chances and, pace and, 1v1 situations. These guys are doing better than you. So take that role. Second 45, 70, 75 minutes will bring you on. The wealth of experience is there. The run into space is also there. And, the leap, the scoring, everything is still there. But it's just that you're 41 now. So you're not as efficient as you were back in the day. I can understand that. I mean, it was Lionel Messi who was telling Lionel Scaloni that I'm here at the World Cup, but my role should be reduced. If you think that I shouldn't start a football game, then don't start me. If you think that I should be taken off, then take me off. And I think that's what they have to use a mix. Ronaldo shouldn't be starting games and playing 90 minutes for every Portuguese game at the World Cup. I think that they can mix it up and find a balance where he comes in, or maybe plays a certain minute, or maybe coming in the second 45. He could play 60 minutes. He could come on at 70. And the fear, people still fear Ronaldo.
Of course.
So when you mix it up, he's one of the best players in the world. He scored close to 1,000 goals in his playing career. So he's always going to get chances and he's always going to score goals. But he can be so much of a drag sometimes for the team. I mean, you saw that chance he had.
1v1.
I mean, Ronaldo 5 years ago. That's in the back of the net.
Bro,
he had another header too, a free header where no defender was troubling him. Easily should have headed that ball into the back of the net, but he missed that opportunity too. So maybe just find a way. But it's up to Roberto Martinez. I don't think he wants to take that step. I think he wants to start Ronaldo
He's
in
the one
every
that
game.
pay millions of euros every year, not
Right.
I and you. So,
I mean,
Roberto,
Roberto,
it's on your head, Martinez.
I hail you, my
Thank
brother.
you so much, sir. On that note, let's go for a very short break, just a bit of a water break so we don't have cost to start. And we'll be back shortly to take you through the second half of this friendly fixture. It's right now Portugal 1, Nigeria 1, and we're hoping the next 45 minutes will be tantalizing, exciting, and even more dramatic. With vivxsports, please click on that subscribe button and get ready for more fun in the second half.
Very good test. It will be a very good test for us. We made the first test against Poland, and Portugal is a great team, a massive team with big players as well. So it will also be a very massive test for us as a group, to our vision, to our aim as a team, to our growth. So it will be a very good test for us, and I think it's Eric is a very, very, very great manager. He's an amazing guy. The way he brings the team together is really, really, really good, because everyone is so happy having him around, which is the most important thing, is to have a group who is ready to fight, work for you as a team, work for the nation, you know. Missing out at the World Cup is really, really sad, you know. Everyone can say that. But as I said earlier, the aim is not just to beat ourselves on what we've missed, is to actually look forward to the bright future and what we can actually achieve together as a team. He has brought in a great philosophy, and you see the way we performed at the AFCON. Yes, we couldn't, but it was exciting, you know. So, and this is a positive thing, and the mindset also is very positive going forward. And we will look forward to everything, every training, every game, like game by game, you know, try to improve, you know. So we're not perfect, but I know we're getting there. We're getting to improve every day. This is football. We learn both when we win, when we draw, when we lose. We keep learning. There's so much confidence in the team. With our philosophy, we believe in ourselves. We don't care who we're playing, even if we're playing the likes of the biggest countries in the world. But the most important thing is we as a player, we as team, which is very important. And we look forward to taking our philosophy and our strategy, everything to the game. If it comes out well, very brilliant. We keep learning. If it doesn't come out well, it's still brilliant. Yes, we didn't qualify for this World Cup, which was very, very, very painful. But what we are planning now is just for the future. The philosophy, as I said earlier, the targets, the aim is to keep improving, and we try to make sure it doesn't happen again. We try to qualify for every tournament, try to win games, which is very important. And also the group is very, very focused, you know, so it is very, very good. As we as a nation, missing out on the World Cup is very, very sad, as massive as we are. But we just want to look forward. This is past. Good luck to the guys at the World Cup. But this, for us as a team, is looking forward to the next competition that we can actually go. Yeah.
Welcome back. You're still watching vivxsports, and we're exporting everything around African sport to you. Right now, we're focused on Nigeria's Super Eagles and the Seleção of Portugal in one final friendly match for the 2016 European Champions, just before they get ready for what's to come in the FIFA World Cup, USA, Mexico, and Canada 2026. My name is Chuma Noli, in the company of my guy Alex Agbasiere, and we're hanging out with you too. Like Faisal say, when I go holla my name someday, we're here to holla your name too for right reasons or for the right reasons. So keep your comments pouring in if you can via the channel, and we can pick your calls as well. Second half has just gotten underway officially. It's Nigeria 1, Portugal 1. That was the halftime score. Nuno Mendes has come in for Diogo Dalot. Samuel Costa comes in for Vitinha. Pedro Neto, the goal scorer for Portugal, is out. Yao Felix has come through, and there's also Ruben Neves taking the place of Yao Neves. Brother Tins. Renato Vega has come in for Concalo, and of course Trincao is off. Francisco Conceição on. Wow, like 7 changes. Bernardo Silva on. Bruno Fernandes off. Yao Cancelo on. Nelson Semedo off. This is like almost the entire team at this stage.
Taking off the entire team.
Wow, Ruben Diaz off. And Thomas Araujo on.
Guess who doesn't go off?
Christy.
Yeah.
That is true, man. You know, about 8 to 9 changes made by Roberto Martinez for Portugal in the second half.
It's a different team from the first 45. Nigeria kept their lineup, no substitutions for the Nigerian side, which is good. I think that we don't need to do an overhaul of substitutions. It's been great to watch the game from the first 45 down to this moment, and this is a different Portuguese side from the first 45 with changes, and again just quality for quality. The replacements are crazy, and these guys can do as much as the guys who did it in the first 45 in this second half. So I would love to see what happens in the game. I'd love to see what the Portuguese side will bring to the Nigerian side, how much Nigeria can withstand the pressure and also play their own football in the second 45.
And you guys also are speaking to us. By the way, Portugal are now attacking from left to right with the red outfit. Is Nigeria playing from right to left? The Portuguese set up half the possession right now, and it's been a complete turnaround as 2 players on that pitch, as we've mentioned to you. It's time to familiarize ourselves again with the stars. Now ready to align in the second half for them. Ronaldo shots! Maduka Okoye save for Nigeria. And Portugal was searching for that second goal for a beat. I thought that was Ronaldo, but it certainly wasn't him. There's this brilliance coming through from Yao Felix for Portugal.
Yeah, a wonderful strike from Felix, way out. That was headed for the back of the net, but good save from Maduka Okoye. That's the second save he's had to make in this game. Parries the ball away for a corner. And that's another wonderful player who did well for Al Nassr last season. Joao Felix scored lots of goals and was looking to score a wonderful goal in that moment.
They take the corner kick, Portugal, their second corner kick of the match. They're now on the same level with Nigeria, 2 corner kicks apiece for these teams. Cross from that left-hand side, desperate defending for the Super Eagles. And attempt for another shot! Ooh. This one hits the crossbar! Portugal are knocking on this door. They're yet to have it opened for them.
Oh, wow.
And Nigeria's Super Eagles are having to absorb the pressure at the restart.
Well, that was the goalkeeper's best friend there, saving Nigeria's blushes. The ball cannon off the upright, and then from that rebound, they couldn't get anything from the ball. The ball hit the crossbar with so much power and bounced off the ground. I thought that crossed the line, and you can see Bernardo Silva speaking to the referee that maybe that had crossed the line. But referee says play on, so no goals. Here come the Portuguese side once again on the left-hand side, but that pass too heavy to roll straight to Maduka Okoye. I'd love to see that on replay though, just to see if the ball hit. Just look at that, good cross, headed away, and first-time shots from. Oh, that's clearly a goal.
But that's I shot all of the ball again. It's Joao Felix again. I think.
To another strike, look at that. Hits the upright.
Because the referee's beep should have given him this time. No, it cannot be. It's not all of the ball.
It's not all of the ball.
The beep
should have beeped, and the referee should have pointed to the spot. Obviously, because we have goal line technology and VAR for this game. So, but
that shot, bro.
What's happening right there? It's just,
bro, that shot. Yeah, we have a Nigerian player.
That's a powerful. That's a power driver.
That shot was
debatable, though. I mean, when you look at it. The referee wearing the watch.
There's that stuff on his hand. There has to be. It's a friendly game, yes, but it's standard practice now in football, goal line technology. It's not even VAR. This is the most basic one. This one has been on since, 2015 or so?
Yeah.
Wow. Nigeria Super Eagles.
Strike, yeah.
2 scares at the restart, bro. And Yao Felix had just come in to say, I play for Chelsea, I play for Atletico Madrid, it did not work. Now I'm in Saudi Arabia, I want to shine for my national team.
Yeah, that was a wonderful strike from Joao Felix. He hit it one time from that rebound.
And he'll come again. Ronaldo now!
Take him off.
It's not his night. It's not Ronaldo's night. Well, this should have been at least a shot on target to trouble Maduka Okoye. Squared through from that left side. Ronaldo was free as a bird, and he blasted the ball way off target.
Well, this time again, he was onside. He kept his ran through space, and you can see the disappointment on his face. He knows that those are the kind of opportunities that you take, and those are the kind of opportunities that they will be getting going forward when they play good attacking football at the World Cup. And if you want to rely on a player to take your chances, the man you should rely on is definitely Cristiano Ronaldo. But he has missed once again another good opportunity for the Portuguese side to get their second goal of this game. Is Ronaldo's 3rd missed opportunity in this game. I keep counting.
Wow. Just wow, man, really. But again, that's the beauty of these games. It's a friendly fixture, and the star players know how to turn on the styles in competitive games. So just maybe he's saving his best for the main event itself. Let's get back to your thoughts. If you're a fan of Ronaldo, what do you make of this? These 3 misses. One in the first half when he should have scored 1v1 against Maduka Okoye, and he took that off target. And then he had one with his head. He was free. It was a free header. He headed that off target. And now in the second half, ball squared through from the left-hand side. It was 1v1 again with Maduka Okoye. He couldn't even test the Nigerian goalkeeper, and he blasted that one way off target, completely off target, because he miskicked it, unfortunately for him. Could it be a sign that Ronaldo should not be starting games for Portugal at the World Cup, and that he should come off the bench to be the big guy to transform things for them? Or do we not stop reading, or do we stop reading meanings around these friendly matches because it's just a friendly game? Are you going to be telling us, Chuma and Alex, come on, man, it's a friendly match, don't read too much meaning into this? We'd like to hear from you. You can dial the number on your screen right now, and let's also talk about the phone lines too, as well as read your comments through our live stream. What's up? This one is speaking, and it's certainly nice. It says, keep the spirits up, Eagles. We are proud of you all. It's from Fakunle Sunday 1959. Thank you so much, man. Abdul Hamid 3212 says, proud of you, Super Eagles. Again, another lovely stuff. And surely this one is a guy who's speaking, says, I'm not sure there is any tension here for Nigeria. These our boys are surprising me, he says. And that's to talk to Rahab. So talk to Rahab seems to be impressed with Nigeria's performance so far in the game. But to be honest, bro, if Ronaldo had taken those chances, we could have been
4 goals down.
Exactly, man.
Easily.
Exactly. Or if Joao Felix's strike that hit the crossbar. So we played a decent game, but Portugal have had way too many chances than we have as to genuine chances to score.
Yeah, and that's clearly so has been the story of the game. I mean, they have created more. They've had better chances. They've just not been clinical. And I said that in the first 45. If they were clinical in that first half, easily they would have been 2 or 3 goals up, leading the Nigerian side. But it didn't happen because they didn't take their chances. And Ronaldo had chances, he couldn't take it. And now in the second 45, we've seen them already test the goalkeeper twice, and one also almost got into the back of the net, which Ronaldo also with another chance for them after those 2 chances from Joao Felix. So they've been better, so to speak. They've had better chances, but they've just not been clinical enough to convert and to score goals when they have those opportunities. And I think that's what they should tweak going into the World Cup, because you have to take your chances one way or another, and you have to do that efficiently. Scoring goals are plenty in a competition.
Another chance again for Portugal. This is a long ball from the middle of the park, and Nigeria Super Eagles will clear that out.
Well, on that occasion, it's brilliant defending from Semi Ajayi, who read the run of Cristiano Ronaldo and got there first to clear his line.
Portugal.
Just a bit slow to the approach as Ronaldo to get to the end of that one there, but Portugal are clearly on top of this game.
They are since the restart, really. These changes have worked some magic for them. They'll come through now from the right-hand channel. Ball squared through. Joao Felix has been a magician since he came on. Another header for Portugal. This one is over the goalpost. They really have turned on the styles. Joao Felix has been all around. He was the one with that header. And a player that Atletico Madrid spent over £100 million to sign, and he never really lived up to expectations at that time. But maybe he wants to come alive just in time for the World Cup. And you're saying, because there was a scare for Ronaldo there. Semi Ajayi's boot.
Just very close to Semi Ajayi's boot there. The Nigerian defender got there first, but this is total domination at this point now. And this is the flow state that I talked about in the first 45. If you let them get into that point where they're dominating and determining everything that happens in every second of the game, then it's deadly and dangerous, because they will keep getting those chances, they'll keep coming at you, and they won't stop till they get a goal. And that's how efficient and good this Portuguese side are. Nigeria should have to now change their approach, because I think we'll have too many bodies behind the ball trying to defend. They should try and maybe get forward, release some of the players on the wings and try to come out, because it's just deep defended from Nigeria. And Conceição 1v1 with Bruno Yemechi, 9 out of 10 times he's going to beat him, because he's a faster player, and that trickery is also there. But Nigeria should know that sitting deep would only mean that they lose possession like they've done right now.
Yeah, Moses Simon to Akor Adams. Akor Adams back pass to Simon, misplaced, and Portugal get the ball again, and they will come from that right hand side. Portugal, the wing play has been fantastic for them, but not this cross. Barrage of changes: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 changes. In fact, it's only the goalkeeper Diogo Costa and Cristiano Ronaldo that have not been taken off as 2 players who were in the first half of this match. Roberto Martinez just trying to give everybody a chance to prove why they deserve to be starters at the World Cup. And camera goes towards Eric Shell, the coach of the Super Eagles, who surely has to think of something himself too. Nigeria have not made any change yet after all of the football we've seen. 57 minutes officially. Portugal, it's been total dominance, like Alex said. They have the ball again. It's been half field, in local parlance, say where they play you half field. So Nigeria have not even had cause to see goalkeeper Diogo Costa since after the restart. That's how crazy it is. They'll switch play now towards the left hand side. Portugal, from that left hand side they will come. Semi Ajayi struggling to match up with the pace. He will do that successfully.
Oh, nice.
And now Akpan can help clear. Nigeria will get a throwing on the far side. That's the right hand side of defending. Yao Felix was the man who put his body on the line there. I've seen so much of Yao Felix since he came on the bench onto the pitch. And so Akpan will get the ball to take the throw for Nigeria. Bit of respite for the Super Eagles, a team who have been behind for most of the second half, as to losing out on those second balls. Nigeria started this match with a 4-3-1-2 formation. At times they've tweaked it, leaving just Akor down up front. Some of the times it's looked like 4-4-2. And it's Portugal who've been doing so much with the wing play. They will come again. Yemechi having Moses Simon come back to help him in defending from the left hand side. It's Portugal attack from the right. This team are number 5 in the FIFA rankings. A side that beat Spain, who are European champions, in the final of the UEFA Nations League. There's every reason why you have to respect them. 4 players in the setup are European champions with PSG. And so there's quality aplenty everywhere you look at. And it's about time Roberto Martinez used this golden generation to win, something he did not do with Belgium when he handled the Belgian national team's golden generation that had Vincent Kompany,
Kevin De Bruyne,
indeed, bro.
Romelu Lukaku,
all of the great guys as part of that
Eden
setup.
Hazard, Torgan Hazard. It was.
They finished third in the World Cup in Russia in 2018.
It was one of the best, the most prolific assembled Belgium team.
They were number 1 in the FIFA rankings.
Yeah,
number
1 FIFA ranking at some point, and they were not even world winners.
Mm.
They were not World Cup winners. They hadn't won anything, no European Championship, nothing, and they were number 1 because of how fierce and how unbelievable that squad was. They had everybody, shivering when they played against them.
Yeah.
They scored goals for fun. They tore teams apart. They did it with conviction and easily so. It was wonderful to watch. But Roberto Martinez, I think, has been one of the luckiest man to manage in national team football, because he just lands the big jobs.
Yeah.
He's done that with Belgium.
It was a surprise when Portugal went for him, knowing that he did not win with Belgium.
Yes, knowing that he didn't win with Belgium, stayed there for I think 4 seasons, or 4 years if I'm not mistaken. Didn't win anything for them, and the Spanish manager, who I thought that Spain may be looking at to bring into their team, Portugal said, "Hey, we can have you over here to do stuff," and then it's time for Nigeria now to make a barrage of their own substitution with lots of familiar faces: Zaidu Sanusi, Frank Onyeka, Rafael Onyedika, Terren Murphy, who played for Porto last year, who can also square up against these Portuguese players, knowing that he played in their league last season, and knowing how to come face to face with Portuguese teams. So it's been good. Like we said, we've talked about the chances missed for the Portuguese side. The fact that the game is still at 1-1 still means that the Nigerian side have done so well with defending. We saw a moment ago Ronaldo linking up play with the man Conceição on that right hand side, but the Nigerian defenders did so well to clear their lines and to get on the end of things. So fantastic one for the Nigerian side. It would be nice to see if the substitutions by Eric Scher would bring, so to speak, an attacking edge for Nigeria going forward, other than just bringing players that will come in and try to defend and hold on to a 1-1 draw.
Well, indeed. You also think that beyond the quality that has come on for Portugal, the fact that they have fresher legs could be a reason why they've dominated Nigeria.
Yes.
So, if for nothing, having fresher legs for Nigeria too can match that energy from Portugal.
I mean, rightly so. The Portuguese
even skills that technically.
Just having fresher legs, guys who can run around, guys who can keep tabs with the Portuguese team. I mean, knowing that Portugal went at the halftime break and decided to change 8 to 9 players. They wanted fresh legs in the game. They wanted to, also make sure that they get the best of the second 45, which is try to win the game. But this time around, Nigeria are the ones with lots of players coming on, and like you said, fresh legs will be good at this stage of the game, because you need the players to keep tabs with the Portuguese players and not allow them too much space to create danger, because I think we have allowed them enter their flow state earlier in the second 45. It's time to break that flow state and try to see if the Nigerian side can create 1 or 2 chances to score at least a goal in the second 45.
Good thing is the fact that we are not trailing. It's still 1-1.
Yes.
That's the best part of this story, really.
Yes.
For the Nigerian team, and more of you are supporting them. This from Mike TNG4749 says some changes are needed in the Super Eagles. Some players are getting tired, which is again just something to buttress what we're saying about surely a bit of physical exertions for the Nigerian players, and why they have allowed it looked like Portugal has been overrunning them in the last few minutes or so. In the second half of this one, and the scoreline is certainly one that will put a smile on the faces of Nigerians, because we are not being embarrassed by one of the favourites for the World Cup. And well, that World Cup, we've said that a few times, coming alive on the 11th of June, which is tomorrow by 8 p.m. Via vivxsports. We will be broadcasting not from our studio here, but live from Victoria Island, Bature Brewery. That's what will be one of the biggest hangout spots in Lagos, Nigeria. And that's where we're going to be broadcasting from. So you can join us there from 7:30 p.m. physically, and also join us online too, so we get ready for the match involving South Africa and Mexico. And that game, by the way, is a repeat of what we saw 16 years ago in the opening match of the FIFA World Cup. South Africa were host of the World Cup back then, and it was South Africa as host versus Mexico. It ended in a draw. Now, 16 years after, it's Mexico as host versus South Africa in an opening game, and we'll be keen to see what comes out of that fixture tomorrow. Bro, how pumped are you for the World Cup, knowing that there's no Nigeria? Is there still that excitement that there's a World Cup around the place?
I mean, the excitement cannot go away, because we get to see 104 games, top quality games. We get to see the best teams in the world fight for points. We get to see best players around Europe also, come to party, come to life. Musiala, Lamine Yamal, Kubasi, Bukayo Saka, Joao Felix, young players who could be giving us something to cheer for, something to be happy about watching the World Cup. So you would always be pumped and excited for it. Yes, it's sad that the Super Eagles of Nigeria, the green, white, green jersey, won't be seen, playing games at the World Cup for the 2026 edition. But again, we still have a good lineup of matches to watch and to enjoy. And the first game of the FIFA World Cup, like you said, was something that also happened 16 years ago. Even though many Nigerians may be tilting their support to Mexico for some reasons, but again, I think we're going to see a wonderful World Cup. Bar all of the shenanigans that has been happening with visas and with not letting people enter the United States and all of that stuff. It's one of the most politicized World Cups, if you ask me, because the World Cup is used to unify the world, with football, but that really hasn't been the case for this one, because we've talked about more political things happening outside the four walls of a football field than we've talked about the game, the actual game. And it then begs the question if FIFA are still very much in control of the World Cup, because it feels like the US are in charge of everything happening right now. But again, I don't think that would stop us from having a wonderful tournament and enjoying quality football across board with wonderful players on show.
Well, wonderful players. Not too many have been as wonderful as this man in the history of football, Cristiano Ronaldo, that is. But he's not been wonderful enough against Nigeria Super Eagles. And the defense of the Nigerian team will be like, at least Ronaldo no score us, because officially Ronaldo has been taken off, and another substitution. Concalo Ramos has come in for the 41-year-old superstar. He had 3 glorious chances to score, and sadly for him, he could not convert any of those opportunities. Also, when there was a chance for him to have another one, Bruno Yemechi ran like his life depended on it just to take the ball away from Ronaldo. So Nigeria's defense at least will tell themselves, if for nothing, they have not considered a goal against Ronaldo. And also when we faced Portugal in 2022, he was not around to score against us. So Bruno Fernandes scored 2 goals against Nigeria back then. So the Super Eagles can say in 2 meetings against Portugal, they have never considered a goal against Ronaldo. Unlike Messi, who scored multiple times against the Super Eagles at the World Cup. Portugal will come forward again from the left-hand side. And they just want to get you right by continuing from where they left. The other younger players on the pitch will have no excuses. They have to step up to try and see if they can decimate this back line of Nigeria. Akor Adams still on the pitch for Nigeria. The changes Super Eagles made, as many as 6 of them. Akpan is off for Bewene. Zaidu Sanusi has come on for Semi Ajayi. So Terem Murphy, who's taking the place of Moses Simon. Frank Onyeka, the tank himself, gained promotion with Coventry back to the Premier League, tutored by Frank Lampard. And you think that surely, man, he was on loan with them last season though, but I'm sure he would like to enjoy his time with that side. There's a bit of an injury concern for a Nigerian player who is down at the moment. The referee is asking for a medical team to come to support, and he's saying Yao Cancelo elbowed him in court. He wants sorry from Yao Cancelo, but has not gotten that really from the former Manchester City man. We can watch that again to see what exactly happened. But there's also Rafael Onyedika, who's come on for Portugal Nadi, and Paulo Noachu, who's taking the place of Wilfred Noachu. High up there amongst the top scorers for the Turkish league last season, plays for Trabzonspor. Also scored against Poland from the penalty spot in that friendly fixture some days back, and now can also try to see if they can find the back of the net in consecutive games for the Super Eagles.
Yeah, I have no idea what's happening. Who's that Nigerian player just right there
amongst 4 Portuguese players? Feels like Akor Adams.
Yeah.
Feels like him behind us.
You're just trying to steal some information.
Simona, talk to me.
That's a good image, or a good video rather to post. It looks really nice. That's the nature of a friendly game in the end. Water break now. We've reached almost the halfway point of the second 45. The players will have to take their water breaks and also have to receive words from the managers on both sides. And 68 minutes of football, you get the feeling that this may just drag on for a draw, or we get to see one brilliant moment or a terrible error to give either side something in this game to either win it or throw the game away. So fantastic one so far. I mean, we've seen quality football. Like I said, for Joao Felix coming on to the second 45, he had 2 opportunities, he almost scored. Yeah, look at that. We should.
So the Portuguese, they were sharing tactics, right? And he just went to Neves and co, and then he's smiling actually, and they're like, "Guy, what's wrong with you now?"
That's a good one. That's a good one. I mean, we roll like that. That's the Nigerian thing. It's a Nigerian thing to do. I was the humor and all of that. I mean, I did that when you remember the game we played. For John Newcastle,
where against Nigeria,
where I had to come steal some tactical, from your team at the time. So it's a Nigerian thing to do it, and it's beautiful to watch. And I know it's going to be trending now on Twitter for sure.
It should be.
It should be.
For sure,
it will be trending on Twitter.
Yeah. Then Neves just looked at him like
what are you doing here? Bernado was like, please leave. just get out of here, man. But yeah, Akor Adams, goal scorer for Nigeria, still very much on the pitch. Hopefully he gets an opportunity like this.
He did,
because he created this one.
Yeah, he was so hungry, bro.
I think Dele Bashe was looking to even take that on, by himself. But again, the loose pass there to Akor Adams just created that chance. And here come Nigeria now with a chance of their own.
And then Nigeria attacking from right to left. That is Akor Adams still on the pitch, by the way. Portugal playing from left to right with the all-red outfit. Nigeria playing with the white outfit here. The scoreline is still even Stevens as the game restarts. We are into the 71st minute of this fixture. Still Portugal 1, Nigeria won. Yeah, Congo are waiting Portugal. And I was going to tell you something, you know, when you said similarities may not really be there between Nigeria and DRC. And I get you totally, but I was going to think that, you know, maybe the fact too, and it's something Norway have done. So Norway have, I think, Senegal to play in the World Cup.
Yeah.
Norway played Morocco in a friendly match,
which was good.
Nigeria, by the way, trying to score a second goal here, but there'll be a clearance. And so it was a case of Senegal are South West Africa,
but
Morocco
you know, just to get
because
African
Morocco and
feel.
Morocco and Senegal played in the final.
So
same thing with Portugal too. DRC and Nigeria played. So
that's
you know, that's
looking at it from that angle,
that
makes sense. You know, because they're two different teams. The DRC side and Super Eagles are different teams.
Just like Morocco and Senegal.
Just like Morocco and Senegal, they have different approach to the game, but they've played together. We've played the game together, and it will be nice to test what Nigeria. I mean, it makes sense that a team that played against DR Congo, and you get to play against DR Congo, so playing against Nigeria, playing against DR Congo, they can take a lot from that. For dissent, obviously, we'll be going into the referee's book. That will be the second yellow card of the game.
Kevin Bassey was fouled.
Yeah, it was Joao Felix who fouled him, and then he had to kick the ball away in anger, you know, for the referee blowing for a foul for that. So it's yellow card to Joao Felix for all his troubles. I mean, for 2 shots on target, you get a yellow card for that. No. Not for the shots on target. I mean, for what he just did right now.
He seems to be in the same mood with Akor Adams, really, as too.
Yeah, that was wonderful to watch, honestly speaking.
The ball back to a shot stopper for Portugal.
This is a good chance.
Misplaced Nigeria's chance for the second goal here. Cleared at the last minute by the Europeans, and the Franco Onyeka coming in to cause a bit of mayhem in that defensive lineup for Portugal.
Yeah, it was clearly going to hit that ball, but the defender there just couldn't allow him create enough space and just balance to shoot for the Nigerian side. That easily would have ended up in the back of the net. I'm looking at the player and I'm thinking, I think I know that face. And
my oh my, keep your thoughts pouring in if you can.
That's not Samuel, because Samuel's an attacker from Mallorca. If he plays defense for Portugal, that would be absolutely mind-blowing. But yeah, great defensive work there from Portugal to stop Franco Onyeka because he was through on goal. If the defender hadn't gotten there faster, I think that Franco Onyeka would have belted that one into the net.
Just looking through those players who, you know, had to come off the pitch, come off the bench onto the pitch. 10 of them, the changes. In fact, only Diogo Costa is untouched at this stage for Portugal. And then keen to see if these changes, despite bringing the energy in the first 10 minutes of the second half, can go all the way to galvanize Portugal to get the win against Nigeria. For Portugal, it was 2-1 against Chile, a game where they were not chilling. Now it's against Nigeria is 1-1. Here they come again. Bit of miscalculation, not really that bad. They have the ball from the right hand side. Great idea for them. And Felix will be looking around the place in that penalty area as the ball is crossed through, headed out by Kevin Bassey for Nigeria. Portugal again. Their wing play has been their strongest asset in the fixture. Won't shy away from it. You know, Yemechi helping. Kevin Bassey again heading out another cross from Portugal. Really has been someone left to call a yeoman's job. I don't want to say that though. For Nigeria, and it's out for throwing for Portugal now on the near side. That's the right hand side of defending for the Nations League winners. And Roberto Martinez with his beautiful suit is speaking to his players while the coach of the Super Eagles, the ex-Malian boss or Mali boss, Eric Shell, has his hands there. Yao Cancelo will take the throwing for Portugal. Maybe Shell thought that should have been the throwing for Nigeria. Cancelo moves to Gianni from Man City at the point, and it's been everywhere really, just trying to win trophies. And you know, he's high up on that list, a man who's won trophies in 4 major European leagues. Yao Cancelo. Indeed, his name just walks, you know. Yao can say hello. So he can say hello with the national team now.
Well, rightly so. One of the best right backs in the world for last season. Was almost unplayable for Barcelona, even though he played mostly at left back. You know, keeping Balde on the bench was quite instrumental. Added so much attacking quality to the Barcelona setup, so you'd expect him to continue that going into the World Cup, playing for the Portuguese side. He may have some competition with Nelson Semedo though, but I think that he would be the starter when they get.
They're trying to start here, Portugal! It's the second time we're seeing this side turn on the stars in the best way possible. And for the second time, a left-footed strike has beaten the Nigerian shortstopper, Maduka Okoye. And Conceição can celebrate. It has been activated. Portugal are motivated. And Nigeria Super Eagles have let in a goal. It's Portugal 2, Nigeria 1.
Well, that was a wonderful strike there from the man Conceição. He had an opportunity there to square the ball, but he decided to go alone, beat his marker there for sheer pace. And the goalkeeper's line of sight, I think, was blocked there with way too many Nigerian defenders in front of him. And you can see him complaining that they didn't close down the man Conceição, and they also were blocking his line of vision. But that was a well-taken strike into the bottom corner. Goalkeeper Maduka Okoye, yeah, definitely they blocked his line of vision. I don't think you can fault out the goalkeeper for not getting to the end of that one. Great goal for Portugal. Second strike of the game, and Conceição, who came on at half-time, has scored the belter of a goal into the bottom right corner, 2-1. Well, sadly, so for Nigeria, because I mean they were holding on to their own, and they started playing better, and now the Portuguese side have pegged them back with the second goal of this game.
Francisco Conceição, the Juventus player, just 23 years of age, quite a young star already for his nation. And Alex, all 3 goals we have seen tonight have been left-footed strikes. Akor Adams finish, João Pedro, and now Conceição. Nigeria Super Eagles would like to respond. Here they come from the left side, but too much pace on that ball. And a chance to catch on to that as the referee watches Bruno Yemechi's squelp against the Portuguese player. Yeah, he's just complaining that, come on, don't try that with me, my friend. Yemechi plays for Olympiacos. The referee just trying to be a peacemaker there. It was Conceição, the goal scorer, who was guilty of the foul on Bruno. They're still exchanging words, I think.
Yeah, Bruno is a tough one. I wouldn't say loudmouth, but then he is very vocal about his displeasure for things, especially when they don't go his way. And you can see that the Nigerian side are still trying to get something from this game.
Zaidu Sanusi takes a free kick for Nigeria into the penalty area of Portugal, rebuffed by the Europeans. And Alfred throwing for the Super Eagles on the right-hand side. Is it for Portugal? Because I think the urgency by Frank Onyeka has slowed down a bit. All right, see for Nigeria.
Yeah.
Onyeka just had to let it slide to a teammate of his.
And this is the closest we can get to the World Cup. And we're kicking the World Cup official ball. So. Just saying.
Maduka Okoye gets a back pass now from that back line of his. That's why now those low drives towards the bottom corner of the goalpost have beaten him. It was similar to the finish from João Pedro.
Yeah.
As to the far post for both goals for Portugal.
Quite a tall I think guy the first goal from what's his name now? Pedro Neto.
Sorry, Neto. Pardon me. I'm just thinking about Pedro now.
I think that maybe just maybe I've seen goalkeepers save that because it's a left footer from the left hand side who shot with his left foot. That's sometimes easier for the goal.
A slip for Portugal, man.
He almost got to the end of that one. I think that's the Renato Veiga just struggling to get to the end of that one. But again, I think that first one could have been stopped by Maduka Okoye maybe. But the second one, no way. There's no way he's stopping that ball. There are way too many Nigerian players right in front of him. So they definitely blocked his line of vision. He couldn't see even when the player Conceição took that shot. So, you can see Conceição having a word with Zaidu Sanusi from their Porto days.
Yeah.
So they can have conversations about things. Paul Noachu comes on. Samuel Chukwueze also comes on. And this may just mean that Nigeria could be deciding to go long, putting those crosses in the air, and try to see if they can get something, at least anything from this game. Matthews Cunha, if I'm not mistaken, is he Matthews Cunha? No, sorry, Matthews. What's his name now? This Manchester City player.
Cunha will tell you wants to shine for, but Nunes actually.
Matthews
Nunes.
Tell
you wants to shine for Brazil.
Yeah, the man who did well. What's happening with Mensch? Bruno Mensch came on at halftime. Now he's taking off, maybe for fatigue or maybe just because do not forget he played in the Champions League final, for the PSG side, and alongside Vitinha, who also played in the Champions League final, and Joao Neves.
Yes.
So it would be nice or good for them to rest these players because they have a game 3 days' time on the 13th against DRC, so they have to rest and get ready for that one. But Paul Onachu on, Terry Murphy also on. Nigeria should try and go longer with long balls into the air and try to see if they can get anything. Oh, look at that.
Beautiful play. But Calvin Bassey will defend for Nigeria. They will for sure. It's been like a rock of Gibraltar for the Super Eagles. And has really helped with aerial balls, heading them out, balls on the top with his foot. And Neves is down on the pitch for Portugal, holding on to his face. I think maybe straying arm may just have got into the face of a man whose brother Yao is off.
Yeah, and the displeasure for some of the Portuguese player who they've expressed that is that they think that the Nigerian players are being maybe too hard on their tackles, and maybe not for anything trying to get on the end of these balls and trying to I don't know, they don't like some of the tackles that they're receiving, and you can see why Conceição and Bruno Yemechi had their back and forth just a moment ago. They're the ones going to play at the World Cup in a few days' time. And imagine, sustaining some injury to your key players. It would be detrimental to them going into that one. So you can see them with the displeasure of how some of the Nigerian players have gone into tackles in this game. For the Portuguese side, they would think that this is just a friendly game. For Nigeria, I really don't care. It's not a friendly game, so to speak. But again, the Portuguese side are the ones at the World Cup, and they will know that they want to keep all of their players fit and fresh.
Well, they could score a third goal now. Portugal, they get a penalty. No. Maduka Okoye saves that one, and Yao Felix was one who fell in the penalty area of Nigeria, but apparently the referee saw right, and that's why Alex is saying no chance at all. There's no clamor, by the way, from Yao Felix. He just got back up and ran back. Super Eagles are messing up things now in defense as to misplacing their passes, and they have considered the free kick. Yao Felix, the man fouled. I think he can use this time now to remind the referee of that.
That was a dangerous play, though. I mean, the body check. If it was even if it was given, it would be outside the box. Just to keep tabs on the player. And look at that. Yeah, definitely outside the box. If you want to call that for a foul, but I don't know. This is quite an acrobatic approach to defend the ball.
Okay.
You can see his displeasure.
You were talking about Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel. The same Samuel. Yeah, he plays for Mallorca. Yeah. Because I was looking at the face, he was the one who cleared off Frank Onyeka's ball. Because I know Samuel is an attacking player, so when I saw him clearing the line, I was like, is Samuel playing center defense now? Because that's the face.
Amazing stuff. And also, make Tingy 74749 says Super Eagles control the game nice. These changes were made good for us. Says kudos to Super Eagles to control the game nicely. All right, well, Portugal are trying to see if they can score a third goal and kill Nigeria's ambitions once and for all. They will get a corner kick at least. Yao Cancelo running towards that corner spot to take this. That will be from the left hand side.
I have my reservations about Maduka Okoye. I mean, I don't want to blast the goalkeeper on here or talk about something. It's a friendly game in the end, right? But I still have my reservations. I think that sometimes his lack of concentration can be his own undoing, because good save from Maduka Okoye. Well, look at that. How about that for shot up?
Say commentators calls there.
Okay, can you just rest? Good save from Maduka Okoye. But again, I still think that the level of concentration can be questioned sometimes, and that's why you see him sometimes concede cheap goals. I don't think he was concentrating when Poland scored that final goal. Just seconds into the game, 8 seconds into the end of the game, but this was a good save.
Beautiful save on his near post.
Yeah, that was going in from Samu, who was looking to score the third goal for the Portuguese side, but Maduka Okoye says no entry for that one. But Samuel Chukwueze is on, Paul Onachu is on. Hopefully Nigeria get one more chance to see if they can get maybe a goal and an equalizer for this game.
Important they do that as Okoye has to come back to save. Shielded by Calvin Bassey.
It's just so important for Nigeria.
It's everywhere,
defense.
Bro.
It's
Calvin,
everywhere.
Bro. Yeah.
Calvin Bassey, what a player.
Amazing stuff. And sometimes you think that he should even be playing for a team bigger than Fulham after his lovely experience at the Africa Cup of Nations for Nigeria. There were reports, Nigerians claiming that maybe he should go to a higher profile club, really. That has not happened yet. However, for Zaidu Senusi, he's on the pitch and they're trying to help from that left back position. Conceição, the goal scorer.
Yeah, former teammate for FC Porto. Conceição now plays for Juventus. Zaidu Sanusi still remains at Porto, but he's looking to probe forward from that left-hand side, but he was stopped in his tracks.
Yeah.
And that's a poor pass, but Nigeria regained possession nicely from Frank Onyeka.
So we're heading to the closing exchanges in this one. It's Portugal leading Nigeria by 2-1. We have vivxsports, and thank you for joining us. It's great to have you connected to the broadcast. As Portugal are going for forward move, intercepted by the Super Eagles. Yeah, nicely from key finally. Frank Onyeka will be there to help that back line for sure. So please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Open space for the Super Eagles. Here they come. 2 versus 1. And is this corner? Samuel Chukwueze, I think a bit of space and time now. Goes past one man, but not the second man. The referee says play on. And the attempt for a free kick for the Super Eagles did not come to pass. I thought that he should have let free the pass earlier. There was a free Nigeria and it was 2v1, man.
Yeah, it was 2v1.
Wrong choice to want to dribble his way through.
Wrong decision making there from Samuel Chukwueze. I think it's a foul. Free kick for Nigeria at the edge of the area. Yao Cancelo definitely brought the player down. That's Samuel Chukwueze, who had the ball through his legs for a wonderful nutmeg in there. But yeah, he should be doing better. That decision making was really poor from Samuel Chukwueze. He would have just squared the ball to the other side.
There was just one Portugal player. There was Samuel Chukwueze. There was another Nigerian here. A through ball, just somehow. Just cop it through. And this guy runs through free. And
I know that football is not so easy as we say it, but again, that's just the easiest thing to do there. Just put the ball with your left foot to the other side, and that would have been a Nigerian player through on goal 1v1 with the goalkeeper. And I can tell you for free that easily could have been 2-2 for the Nigerian side. Poor decision making from the man, Samuel Chukwueze. That really what we always talk about him when we talk about the player. His decision making sometimes can be very, very questionable.
Great player on his day, but again, shows he's human. Every now and then, Bernado has gone through quite a phase. Lost one of his parents.
Yeah.
And it's great to see him back sporting the Super Eagles jersey again. Samuel Chukwueze also had a great time at the, perhaps the bad time at the Africa Cup of Nations in the semi-final game. Sadly, he missed his penalty against Morocco and had many Nigerians not say good things about him on social media that night. But he finds a way to come from adversity to try and get success with diversity for Nigeria. Samuel Chukwueze, the Fulham man. So, 88 minutes of action went to the final minutes of this fixture. Portugal still leading Nigeria by 2-1. And they will come now from the left flank. I think it's just game management for them at this stage.
Yeah.
Portugal, that is. No urgency to want to go forward anymore. Conceição could get it though from this right-hand side. Really has been a magician for them. Troubling Zaidu Sanusi there. It was his dribble that led to his goal to make it 2-1 for Portugal. It's back to the goalkeeper now, Diogo Costa. So been a complete change by Roberto Martinez in the second half as to personnel for his nation. Officially he's Spanish, but I'm sure he wouldn't mind being called Portuguese at least for as long as he's the coach of Portugal.
Yeah.
Because he wanted them to win the World Cup ahead of Spain. Surely.
Which is a difficult thing to be a national team manager. Imagine having Portugal and Spain playing a football game and Roberto Martinez, who is originally a Spanish man, we're rooting for the Portuguese team to beat his Spanish team. I think there's something wrong with Nuno Mendes. He pulled something because he was brought on at half-time. He was expected to play at least the second 45. He pulled something, he was taken off. And it really doesn't look good because the man looks gloomy on the bench, knowing that the World Cup is just around the corner. It's tomorrow. You don't want to be injured at this stage. You want to be fit, fight for your shirt, and also retain your position as one of Portugal's best players for the World Cup campaign.
It's going to be another change for Nigeria Super Eagles right now. With the beautiful relaunched jersey, the one that's just been launched actually, and the man with 100 caps will be stepping out. Alex, he will be, as he runs off for the Super Eagles. And it is the Nigerian flag from some beautiful ladies who are celebrating Alex. That's a game we've had. The Super Eagles not embarrassed in any way. And just to remind ourselves that, like we've mentioned, they're playing this game without two of the biggest stars and two of the biggest players on the African continent. Of course, two former African Footballer of the Year award winners, Victor Osimhen and Lookman. So it's A great thing that Nigeria are losing by just 2 goals to 1 in the absence of their biggest stars. On the contrary, Portugal have played their biggest stars in this match and could go for that 3rd goal now. Well, just too many players around one man. Nigeria can bring in Maduka Okoye. Starts to pass from the back. Zaidu Sanusi around the place to support. His left hand side, misplaced passes, a bit of pressure on the Super Eagles. Portugal don't mind though. 4 minutes of added time we'll have. We're into the 4 minutes now. And Gedesh. Carlo Ramos on the pitch. What's the man who came in for Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah. Hasn't had more touches. He's not seen the ball. And that's to the credit of the Nigerian defenders who have, just kept him at bay, not allowing him too much. Even when he gets the ball, they're just easily, straight at him to swam him away and get possession from the player.
Indeed, bros, we see Paulo Nacho. Shout out to you, by the way, Alex, as we continue the final few minutes of this fixture. It is the Super Eagles with one last chance to go forward, but not until the referee says so, because there's a foul against Nigeria. Paulo Nacho guilty of that. Free kick. Samo was the man who was stopped.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess he's angry. Nacho just dragged him down. So free kick for Portugal. This will be halfway on the pitch, and he's telling him, "Guy, you're bumming now. What did they do you for this life, man?" And Nacho's like, "Sorry, bro," and he still says, "Free me, Joe."
Well, I mean, you should be scared if a guy as tall as Nacho runs up to you in that manner. But Sam was just letting his disappointment known to him that he was touched, and clearly so he was.
Well, somebody's hoping there will be a late equalizer here, and it's Oba Olayori says a late equalizer. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, if they create a chance, they could get a goal. They've not done that, so I don't think that if you don't create chances, you get goals. So they would have to get the ball, move forward, create a chance, and see if they can take their chances. So that would be the only way you see Nigeria getting back into this game. Any other thing from that, I think it's just going to end this way too.
Macon G 4749 says Samuel Chukwueze was not intelligent enough with that chance. And for Michael Enuma, the awards are at all. Nigeria Super Eagles will get a draw in this match. All right. Okay. Thank you. Let's see as we head into the final seconds of the fixture. Super Eagles will come forward from that right-hand channel. After this, the players will go on a break while Portugal go to the World Cup. The Nigerian contingent can connect with their family across different parts of the world. It's been games against guys with the P's. Poland, Portugal. And there's a yellow card for Nigeria. The referee says, calm down. I didn't tell you to take the free kick yet, Portugal.
Yeah, Spanish referee trying to say no.
So with his thoughts up about Zaidu Sanusi. So Sanusi gets a yellow card. Yeah,
that's a foul.
I get the point. It was Conceição who was fouled, by the way. The man who scored the second goal for Portugal. And a few seconds to go. vivxsports, we're in here. We're getting ready for tomorrow, by the way. We'll be here, not in this studio, but at Bature Breweries to bring to you coverage of the opening game, Mexico against South Africa. And you can see that on your screen right now. Desire Parano is a legend of Nigerian women's football, star for Nigeria's Super Falcons, and a lady who played in multiple World Cups alongside Onyinye and myself.
I missed Onyinye, I have to say.
She was
great at the AFCON.
Yeah, she was amazing. Yeah, it was brilliant.
Even though we were knocked out by Morocco.
It was a sad end, right?
Yeah, sad end for us. I mean, that day was...
you were there together.
I really wanted Nigeria to have won that game. We would have set that place on fire, and the party would have just been unbelievable into the night, because that was the opportunity to get to back-to-back AFCON final. And trust me, for I played against Senegal. I'm not even trying. This is not me trying to. I think Nigeria would have won against Portugal.
Well, we may
against Senegal, rather, in the final,
and maybe had a chance to do something right against Portugal here tonight, but no. The Super Eagles at the end of proceedings. We'll see Eric Shell and Roberto Martinez exchange pleasantries, but it is a pleasant evening for the Seleção of Portugal. The goals, one each in the first half from the brilliance of Pedro Neto, and in the second half from Conceição. ensure that despite seeing a glorious finish by Akor Adams for the Super Eagles, it's Portugal who will be smiling at the end. Pictures being taken, Nigerian officials with Cristiano Ronaldo. Everybody's keen to take a picture with the superstar.
Well, yeah.
Full time though, it's Portugal who've beaten Nigeria by 2-1.
Well, it's finished there. Yeah, everybody want to take a picture of Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, that's Fidelis Lechuku who just took a picture of Ronaldo. Yeah, I can understand. He's a big
And it's
man.
good to see Ronaldo, smile at Akor Adams like he knows him somewhere.
Yeah, you know, it's good. Not like acting like, oh, I don't know these guys and all of that stuff. I mean, who wouldn't know Nigerians? They know us. I don't think anybody can act like they don't know. They know us. We're quite popular. But yeah, good game of football. I think this game had the level of a proper competitive game at any level or any tournament. It was good to watch, even though I think that Nigeria just a bit they gave too much respect to the Portuguese side, especially in the first 15 minutes of that second 45. They respected the Portuguese side way too much, gave them too much respect, and that's why you saw Portugal having back-to-back chances, piling on the pressure, and almost even took Nigeria apart. With Joao Felix having 2 opportunities when he came on in the second 45. So, but they had to grow in confidence after those substitutions where you had at least 4 Nigerian players come onto the pitch. You saw the difference. They started holding on to possession.
A bit more composure,
a bit more composure for the Nigerian team. But it wasn't to be because that was a well-taken goal. Like I said, we can't blame the goalkeeper. He was clearly, there were like 4 Nigerian players in front of Maduka Okoye. So I don't expect him to even see the ball coming. And again, when you have the ball going through lots of bodies, it's always difficult for the goalkeeper to get to it. So a good game of football overall. First time that we're seeing Eric Shell lose a game since becoming the Nigerian manager, so it's not so bad, so to speak, after a year in charge, a year and 3 months in charge of the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Fantastic one for them. At least they didn't lose embarrassingly. It wasn't an embarrassing loss for the Nigerian side, but they can take things from this one, preparing themselves for the next international window where they get to play in the AFCON qualifying series, and they'll be looking to get to the AFCON and maybe make it to the next World Cup. But this showing right here was a wonderful game of football to watch from the Portuguese side and from the Nigerian side.
Amazing stuff, really. It's come to an end officially in 2022, in November to be precise. Nigeria lost by 4-0 to Portugal. Tonight in June 2026, it's a narrow defeat, 2-1. And the Super Eagles can learn lessons from this and take that into the qualifying series for AFCON 2027, like Alex just said. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow when the World Cup starts officially. My name is Chuma Noli, and my G, Alex Sagbasiere, has been with me tonight.
Yeah, it's a wonderful one. And there are lots of World Cup games to go, so definitely we'll get to do this more as we go.
So much. Sammy IK also has been producing for us. We appreciate you, Sammy. God bless you, bro. And shout out to the entire vivxsports team. See you guys tomorrow. Please click on that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and get ready for all the pulsating stuff we have for you as far as USA, Mexico, and Canada 2026 is concerned. Starting from tomorrow, when we would see Mexico take on South Africa in the opening fixture. Chuma and Alex are done. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.